What's up, guys? Sorry, I realized I can't wear a white shirt on the stream. Try to edit it real quick. Let me see if I can fix this. It works. Hey, I can wear a white shirt on stream. Look at that, man. Alright. We gotta work it. I don't think I've ever been able to wear a white shirt on stream before. Hey, listen. I'm the best internet guru, or the best computer guru ever. What's up, Brian, Blah, Diego, Mike, Trader, Richard, Emmanuel, Chaz, Yeti, Luke, Richard. Good morning, team. Hope y'all are well today. It's Friday. Or no, it's Monday. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. Hey, I don't even have the stream up. Hold on, let me pull this up. What's up, guys? Yeah. What's up, Michael? Is the music too loud? Oh, the music is too loud. Yo, my bad. Yo. Hey, my fault. Don't leave me. My fault. The music's too loud. I apologize. That music was way too loud. That should be noticeably better. Let me know if it's not, but it should be noticeably better now. That music was hella loud. Alright. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm looking at stuff, guys. Am I missing anything here? ATHE maybe. ATHE gapping up some. HPR, IDX. Am I missing anything else though? Bohr, AHT. Oh wait. Yeah, AHT. Okay. Bohr, TNXP maybe. Alright, yeah, we got a list. We got one. What's up, guys? Alright. So honestly, I'm having kind of some stomach issues today. I don't know if I should drink this coffee. The problem is, it's like peppermint coffee. Hey. What's up, Alex? Oh man. ATHE, yeah, we're watching ATHE. Yeah, this is what I'm watching right now. First of all, I think the music is just way too loud in my headphones here. I think the music is just way too loud in my headphones. Let me see. We got IHT here. We got CBAT here, CBOT. We got ATHE. We got AMC. We got AHT. We got TNXP here. And then we got IDEX. Those 5 or 6 are really what I'm watching right now. So again, we got IDEX. We got CBAT. We got ATHE. We got AMC. We got AHT as a whole. We got TNXP, a little bit cheaper stock, and then we got HPR over here, sitting at 680s. We'll see what we get, but that's the movers today. We're gonna look at the news in a minute. Those are the movers today, guys. We'll look at the news in a minute. I need a rotating microphone arm. I do. I really need one. Because I got this mic, but it's like too far away, and so the sound's not really that good. And if I had a rotating mic arm with like a little, thing, then I'd be good. But hey, what's up, Benzinga? Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, thank you guys. Yeah, happy to be there. That was fun. Oh, yeah, y'all want to see that video? Here, I'll post that thing for you. Alright. Yeah, y'all go check out this video. It's the video I did with Benzinga yesterday. I'll post this link here. Y'all want to check it out. Wait, there we go. What's up, MIO? Yeah, y'all go check it out. I did an interview with Benzinga yesterday with my man Mitch. And it was fun. It was really, really fun. Him and I are talking about doing some things together. So, we'll probably do that. It's coming soon. But yeah, y'all go check it out. Need a good day trade, struggling badly. Hey, bro, if you're struggling, take it slow. Scale down, man. That's what you need to do. If you're struggling, scale down, bro. Yeah, thanks, Hyder. Appreciate that, man. Oh, wait, looks like you got back to me. There we go. Literally took a break. How do you set up a scanner like yours? This is trade ideas. What do you think about the broker trade zero to avoid PDT rule for a non-US? I've never used it. It's hard to say. I've never used trade zero, so I can't say whether it's good or bad for me specifically. I just never used them. We got MITT. Pushing up here, MITT. ATHE, yeah, we're watching that one too. Yeah, it's a paid scanner. Yeah, if you want to check out trade ideas, here's the link. You get 15% off. I think they're still doing their test drive. I'm not sure though. If you want to check it out, here's the link. You can use my promo code, get some money off there. Sorry guys, what's up? Soho. Looks alright. No. ABUS, TGI. Sorry. Dealing with business this morning. My bad, team. Talking to a bunch of different people. What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm looking at ATHA. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Here's the thing, right? Like, I'm gonna be watching for a few of these things. I'm gonna be watching for a few different crossovers. Here's the 26 EMA though. Here's the 26 EMA. Oh, no, that's the 12. Why is that the 12? Let me remove this. I don't want the 12. So we're going to try to test out that strategy I talked about in this weekend's video. We're going to see if we can get it. If you haven't seen the weekend video, go check it out. Really what I need to do here, and really what I need to do, is I need to put the 12 EMA and the 26 SMA up, and then I need to put the 12, let me see the difference between the 12 EMA and then the, and then I'm going to add the 26 EMA. I have the 26 SMA. We're going to see the difference, if much, between those two. There we go. And we're just going to make this line yellow. Alright, so we're watching for a few different things here. I don't want to be one of those traders, listen. I don't want to be one of those traders that has too many indicators on their charts, because really I'm not that type of trader. I think too many clouds up the chart. And like having all these, I mean, I'm looking for a few different strategies though. And so I don't think it's wrong for me to have some indicators on here. There's a few that I'm looking for. I'm looking for this white one, or this blue line, to cross under the white line. If it crosses underneath it while getting some extension away from the VWAP, then we're going to look for the 12 EMA and the 26 SMA crossover strategy that I've tested a lot. That's one of the ones we're going to look up. We need some extension away from the VWAP. It needs to open up well below the VWAP, and we need to get the crossover after that. And that's where we attack it. So that's one of the strategies we're watching. The next one is the VWAP and the 26 EMA crossover. And so we're going to look for this yellow line right here, which is the 26 EMA, to cross above the VWAP. And once we do that, we're going to look for some confirmation, and we're going to try to take advantage of the specific range here. That's the next one we're looking at. And then we're also just going to look for VWAP strategies and pullbacks with like pre-market highs and half and whole dollars. So those are 3 penny stock strategies that we're looking for today. Wish me luck. We're going to see if they work out for me this morning. We got a few of them to watch. We got ATHE, we got CBAT, we got We got MHLD showing up on the scans a little bit. MHLD. We got IDEX. We got AMC. We have BHR showing up. So we got some stuff to look at. And we're going to see if any of these work, really. And so wish me luck. But we got a few options today. AHT breaking highs. This is Ashford Hospitality Trust. It's breaking highs. It's at 430s here. Let's go ahead and look at Catalyst at this point in time, I think. I think it's Catalyst time. Is it not? I'm using the 1 minute chart, but you can also potentially test it on the 5 minute. So I won't say it's not going to work on the 5 minute, but I'm specifically using a 1 minute chart. Alright guys, so yeah, we got HPR is one we're watching, AHT, so let's go ahead and look at the news. First we're going to look at HPR, I think that's probably one of the largest ones this morning, so let's take a look at the news. Hey, low-key guys, as I was putting together, so when I stream and when I edit, I use two different mics, two different real setups for my computer, and as I was setting up my streaming setup this morning, hey, listen, I was slacking a little bit. As I was setting it up, my 27-inch monitor low-key just fell on the floor. You know, everything disattached, and I was in shambles, you know, basically this morning. Everything disattached, and my monitor, I was low-key, it was one of those things where it fell on the ground, and it like banged into a bunch of books and like stuff I have right here. And it was one of those things where it was upside down. It was kind of like your phone breaking, where you look at it, and you kind of got to slowly turn it over to see if it's over with, you know, to see if it's cracked, to see if your screen is cracked. It was one of those things. And I had to, like, slowly look at my monitor and be like, please don't be cracked. Please don't be cracked. And, like, luckily, it's looking beautiful today, you know. It's shining over here. It didn't have any cracks. And so, yeah, but that was my morning. And so I'm a little bit behind. Y'all deal with it. Love you all. But, hey, listen, we're going to look at HPR. We're going to see what happens here. I'm going to look at the catalyst for this, see if we got anything worthwhile to watch. HPR is up. It looks like just the sympathy sector, or sympathy from energy stocks. This is an energy stock that moved last week. HPR stock increased decent volume Friday. Yeah, this thing went up almost 25% on Friday. This is High Point Resources, and they received a continued listing standard notice from the New York Stock Exchange. And so, yeah, this one, I mean... Okay, so I don't understand this. This is the question, okay? I don't like this one at all. And you shouldn't either. I mean, I'm not saying it won't run here. I'm not saying it won't move. But, like, this one, the only catalyst in the last week is that this one received a continued listing standard notice from the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange was basically like, yo, we don't like you at the area you're at right now. You're too low, you know. Basically, they said they're no longer in compliance with the New York Stock Exchange continued listing standards set forth in Section 80201B of the New York Stock Exchange listed company manual, due to the fact that the company's average global market cap over a consecutive 30-day period was less than 50 million. How does that catalyst cause this stock to go up? I'll tell you how. You really want to know how? That catalyst causes this stock to go up because that company's like, oh snap, we need to fluff our numbers up, or we're gonna get booted out of New York Stock Exchange. And that company's like, oh snap, let's pump this thing up. and now it's up what 7,500%. That's really what happened. But hey, speculation, just not fact. This is not facts. This is just speculation. Subjective opinion, if you will. Don't judge me. We got CBAT gapping up here from 615s to 780. These are industrial companies. Maybe that's why. That could potentially be why HPR is up. Maybe it's an industrial stock that's boosted on positive vaccine news, which is making the overall economy look well and have some bullish optimism. That's plausible, I guess, too. Maybe I'm just a critic. Maybe I'm just but we'll see what happens here. But yeah, CBAT is an industrial stock, and it's just up because industrials are higher after vaccine news, vaccine optimism, basically, for CBAT. We'll see what happens there as well. We got MHLD. MHLD gapping up here. We're watching this one from 139 to 172. It's not my favorite one here. We got AHT here, which does look okay. Gapping up from 330s to 4. Ashford Hospitality Trust shares are trading higher amid positive vaccine sentiment. The release of a vaccine is going to help boost economic activity and consumer spending. That's the catalyst for these stocks. None of these are real catalysts. It's just sympathy, which is real, I guess. But, not really my favorite things to trade here. We got IDEX. The float is 3 million. So a small float for IDEX. We're sitting at 120 now. We'll watch this one. This one is up. Do we have one real catalyst this morning, guys? Any real catalyst this morning? IDX is gapping up. Don't see anything why either. Maybe EV. I don't know. What else we got? We got AMC. I know AMC is gonna have a real catalyst. It's probably the vaccine news, bullish sentiment on. Yeah, okay, so it's the same thing. It's the vaccine news, bullish sentiment on movie theaters is causing AMC to gap up some because the vaccine, I guess, is just causing bullish sentiment everywhere. Understandably so. We'll see what happens here, but honestly, I'm struggling to find a catalyst this morning. Just struggling. We got ATHE here. This is Alterity, and they announced the approval of a U.S. patent for next-generation compounds to treat neurodegenerative diseases for ATHE, and this one's gapping up from 115 to 260s. And yeah, this is a real catalyst. So again, they received approval from the U.S. Patent Office for the next generation of radar detectors that have both civilian and military. No, I'm just kidding. They got approval of the U.S. patent for the next generation compounds to treat neurodegenerative diseases. Yeah, they're up over 200%, or they were up over 200%. Now they're up like, 130% or something like that. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this one. That's the news for ATHE. Anything else you guys want me to look at? Alright, and that's basically it. I mean, I don't see anything else that looks very good here, I see MHLD kind of showing up on the scans. Ooh, that's the first drink of coffee I've had this morning. And I would be lying if I said it wasn't good, too. Yeah, no? UVXY, GNUS, APHA. All right, let's take a look. I mean, UVXY, so what UVXY is, so here, let me break down UVXY for you, okay? Technically, UVXY is a volatility ETF, right? Really, what UVXY is going to do is that it's going to do the opposite of what the SPY does, right? You look at the SPS, or you look at the S&P, you look at the SPY itself. If the SPY goes up, UVXY goes down. But if the market goes down, UVXY goes up. And so if you think UVXY is going to go up, you basically think the market is going to go down. Like that's the bit, that's what UVXY is. It's a volatility ETF. And so we'll see what happens. Also, you got like TVIX, TVIX. But yeah, if you haven't traded these before, I don't even know if TVIX, I guess TVIX might not even still be around here. APHA, cannabis stock. Not the most volume now, but I don't hate it. GNUS. Yeah, I didn't even know this one was still around. Alright. What happened to trade ideas, man? Come on. Man, they made me do all this again. Alright. Now we got CHCI showing up here. Alright, so yeah, y'all check out CHCI. This one is, man, I got too many indicators here. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna take it, this is what I'm gonna do here. This is too much. There we go, that's better. You know, that's too much. But yeah, CHCI. Alright, let me get my boy Mitchell in here. Mitch's trying to hop on the stream. Oh, watch list. My bad, guys. Hey, listen, I'm kind of in my own little world right now, so my bad, team. You know, I didn't even post. I forgot to even post. Alright, let me get done selling out here real quick. Sorry, I'm dealing with business stuff. Mitch is supposed to join me. Yeah, there he is. My bro. Alright, here, let me see. Let me hit him with the whole... Alright. Yo, what's up, Mitch? Let me fix the sound real quick. Yo. We should be good. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, guys. Got you. Watch list? My bad, team. Alright, I'm doing it. Let me get my watch list out here, you know. Hey, appreciate it, Joel. Hey, thank you, man. I'm trying to build my watch list for you, team. AMC, CBAT, yeah, that's about it. This is basically my watch list right now. It's too big, but let me fix this. This is basically it right now. Alright. But yeah, CHCI here. Let me see if I can get the catalyst. Whoa, was that too loud? Man, that thing like shorted out. Is the music too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. Alright, but yeah, CHCI here. Let me see if they got any kind of catalyst for this. CHCI is Comstock Holdings, and they had third quarter EPS from continuing operations showed up at a gain of 5 cents, which is up from a 7 cent EPS loss year over year. They had sales of 7.33 million, which was up from 5.68 million year over year. All right. We got CBAT. Hey, listen, haters showed up, guys. Hit that like button. Everybody's doing it. Cool kids, popular kids, you know, celebrities. Everybody's hitting that like button, guys. You don't want to miss out. You know, don't be one of those only people, you know, living your life with regret. Hit the like button. You know you want to. All right, music is good. Hey, you as well, guys. Let's do this. All right, let me see. What do we have today, guys? Okay, we got some equity. All right, we're doing things. right, we got CHCI guys sitting at 350s. Yeah, celebrities are doing it. Yeah, yes, sir. You guys know. You guys know. We got MHLD.
What's going on? Good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mitch. Real quick, I do this with all my guests, so it's everybody. Before we get started, do you give me permission to use your audio and video and image likeness for today's beginner trading live stream? And do you also guarantee you will not say anything controversial, anything that could get me a strike on YouTube whatsoever? Do you agree?
Yes, my handsome self will give all my rights to you, John.
I'm stealing Mitch's rights away. There we go. What's up, man?
You're allowed to have my handsome self. Let's do this.
Hey, let's do it. I'm stealing Mitch's rights away, That's what I do.
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Definitely wanted to say happy to be on the show again. Definitely do us all a favor, like always. Definitely subscribe and hit the like below, guys. If you guys like us joining up, at the end of the day, one of the biggest things that I want to do is, I've been helping with Benzinga, and I really want to kind of bring the best together, and that's really why we did a trading journey. If you guys didn't see it with beginner trading, and that's what we want to do. We want to surround ourselves with the best and people that are willing to be transparent in this trading game. There's too many people out there that are struggling to be consistent for there not to be the right education. So definitely hit the like, hit the subscribe below, guys. That's why I'm here, and let's do some trading.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's do it today. Should be fun, man. There's our link in the chat right now. If you want to catch the interview on Benzinga, there's the link right there, so you guys can watch it, learn it. But yeah, man, dude, vaccine making everything push today. We got most of the stuff that I'm looking at this morning is vaccine news and vaccine stuff.
Yeah, so with the vaccine news, I'll just tell you a little bit about some of the stocks that I'm watching for. Some of the stories that I'm looking to change are going to be in retail. Why in retail? It's just that I think they've been waiting for true vaccine news to kind of start swinging these back around. With all the retailers probably being stuck in the malls, they need some people. They need some consumers back moving. And I think at the end of the day, the vaccine news always supports that industry. So I know that industry has been held down for a while. I wouldn't go with anything that's near the highs, but I'm looking for things that are near the supports, near the lows to see if they pop today.
Yeah, for sure. So are you going to get the vaccine? The real question is, Mitch, are you going to get the vaccine, bro?
I already got the vaccine.
What?
I drink in vodka every day.
Oh, well, hey, listen, that's good enough, man. That's good enough. Oh, man, honestly, I'm going to take that vaccine if we get it, I'm trying to end this now,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, I'd tell you the truth, I don't really know at the end of the day if the vaccine's going to work or not, if it's going to be the savior. But at the end of the day, we're definitely nearer to normal than we were, let's say, back 6 months ago. So sure. How long is it going to take to actually get back to normal? That's really going to be the question. I think personally, my opinion is more closer towards 2022 when we actually get back to what we would call normal. But I think that, you're going to have that transition year next year. So
for sure. It's going to start to go a little bit, but yeah, I kind of agree. I think it's going to take a while. And obviously, I want the economy to get back, but go ahead.
Yeah, certain stocks will come back faster than certain industries will come back faster than others. One industry that I know a lot of traders are watching is the airlines. I think you can make your battle be known on whether you think the airlines will come back faster or maybe the cruise lines will come back faster. That's right. A debate right there, and those are the kind of things that I'm looking for, is which industries are coming back quicker than the others, and then which ones are going to lag play.
For sure.
I'm all about them laggers, man.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Hey, and that's what Mitch does really well, guys, is he identifies sector play really, really well, and what type of sectors are popping off, what sectors to avoid, and Mitch was calling out AMC's demise way back in the day. He was calling Workhorse back when it was below 10, And
Yeah.
so, he does some pretty solid stuff with those
If you
sectors.
remember my Baba call out, the new Amazon, that
Yeah.
thing ripped from where I was calling it, Um, and
Yeah.
I mean, what I try to do is combine a story approach with time technicals.
Right.
So that's truly what I try to do. So I'm trying to get into like if you guys heard a trading journey, John mentioned multiple times that what he likes to do is that he noticing that you got to find those kind of high probability trades. You got to find those high convictions, and then I'm trying to slow my opportunities down, not take so many opportunities, and then find ones that I have, a story, a well-timed technical, a complete planned approach before the market even opens.
Right.
And I think for me and my data, that definitely says that points to the highest return.
For sure. And I think doing that due diligence is only going to do better in your trading. It's only going to look better in your trading. So, for sure. I'm also messing with penny stocks lately, bro. Futures. I'm going to trade some futures today. I'm going to try to show you how to trade, bitch, if you're sticking around that long. If not, that's cool.
If you like penny stocks, John, I have one in retail that I'm actually thinking about investing in.
Investing? What happened?
Yeah, man. Express closing line.
Oh yeah, I know.
This is the closing line. They got down to 63 cents on the 6th. That's EXPR.
Oh, I remember this.
You guys
Wow.
need to know the ticker. It's essentially a penny stock right now.
Yeah.
I like that amount of candle, that big candle right there that went over $1. A lot of times when we see this dollar magnet, and I know that you can talk about this probably more than I can now, John, but a lot of times, I don't know if you've seen this pattern, but the above the dollar, then pull back right before it, and then it rips through the dollar.
For sure. Yeah, so it's like a 1 minute pullback a little bit there where it pushes up to $1, pullback, and then jumping in on that break. And that way it also has more confirmations at $1 too when it breaks. So for sure.
Yeah, man. I see 28 million on the 9th. You got 380,000 shares traded pre-market. If that one pulls up to like 1 million shares, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it, because just that alone, just the volume alone can change the trend.
But for sure. And that's I think $1 is always a really interesting level. I remember going to this store. Like I've been to the mall, and like I've gone to Express before, like numerous times. And so interesting. It's struggling now, man. I guess COVID, man. Most retail stuff is going to be struggling like this, I guess.
Yeah, to me, it's a story on, can they get the handle on the e-commerce? I'm getting sales left and right from Express. I'm part of their membership, and you can definitely see that they're trying to get customers. The question is, can they get it? And to me, I think what can help is this COVID news, this vaccine news. It can just change kind of the story. And that's what I'm always looking for, especially when we can change stories. When a stock is looking like a dog, the environment's against it. The kind of the consumer outlook is against it. And then all of a sudden that flips, that creates a rotation. And then the bears are stuck, and then the bulls take over. And if we know anything in this market, usually the bulls win. So
for sure.
That's kind of what I've noticed. And as much as I like to be a bear, sometimes you got to know when to be a bull.
Right. And I think now's the time. I think a lot of stuff is going to start moving up in the next year. And I think, like you said, I think it's still going to be some time before we get right back to normal. But I think there's a huge change in the culture, specifically from like the beginning of this year to the end of this year, where it is now, where I think Mitch was spot on with his AMC call out. Like Mitch, like a year ago when COVID had just started, maybe a little bit less than a year ago, Mitch was sitting here saying he thinks that the movie theater industry will forever be changed, and that people are not going to be going to the movie theaters like they used to, and that is going to forever, dent the movie industry as a whole. And I think he's back then I was actually disagreeing with him. I did not think that was correct. I thought movie theaters would be back. Now I kind of agree with him, especially the way that the outlook in that stuff is looking. I kind of agree with him now, and I think that was a good call. And AMC, I mean, AMC's been gapping up the last few days just on that COVID news, but it's still down under $4, you know.
Yeah.
OPTT, Mitch, you know about that one. That one's gapping up this morning. OPTT.
That's a classic one.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the first stock that I made money on trading live, just to let you know.
Yeah,
actually trading live, that was the first stock I made money on.
That makes a lot of sense. I remember seeing OPTT. I remember seeing DRYS, SHIP, SHIP. You know, all these shipping stocks, which is what OPTT is. It's Ocean Power Tech. It's a shipping company. At least it was. I don't know what it's doing now. John, what's your favorite on your watch list this morning? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. Most of the time, my favorites are just the higher volume stocks, right? So, like, you know, HPR is looking okay. Most of these are just up on sympathy from industrials or vaccine news. So HPR is up. This one is setting up for the crossover, so we will watch this one. CHCI is setting up a little bit for the crossover as well. What I'm going to do today, guys, is I'll probably try to take a few crosses. But if you caught the video I uploaded this weekend on my back testing for the VWAP 26 EMA crossover, attacking that range, I am going to try to use real money on that today. You know, I have a few stages when I test different strategies like I did this weekend and these back testing videos, and I've done a lot of these back testing videos and I've gotten a lot of good results. You know, most of the time I can find a silver lining condition that will make the strategy work really well. But a lot of the times as well, when I implement it with real money, it just doesn't stick. It's just not something. It has to fit with my own personality too. The strategy that I'm still using that I back tested like that is the 12 and the 26 SMA crossover. The 12 EMA and the 26 SMA crossover. If you remember, Mitch Casey used to talk about this crossover. And I kind of tweaked it a little bit and looked for some extension away from the VWAP, and I kind of formed my own system around that. That is the system I'm still using to this day. But a lot of the other ones I didn't stick with because they just didn't fit well with my personality. And so today is going to be the first day where I actually start testing the strategy that I back tested this weekend with real money. And so wish me luck. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to do it live so you guys can see that testing, because it should be fun. And a lot of the times the crossover just doesn't present itself enough. And so I think having another strategy that I can implement makes a lot of sense, so I don't get FOMO and just trade the wrong strategies, you know, a little bit later in the day. The EMA is exponential moving average, Jason. Yeah, there you go. Caitlin's got you. I know Eric said he was going to join us today, and maybe not. Let me see.
All right, guys. One that is bottoming out that I'll keep an eye on is GME here. You guys know I'm a bear in GameStop, but at the end of the day, this one has a lot of backing behind it. I feel like it's going to run into, let's say, like January time, and then we'll see like kind of the fade back out. But this is all about the kind of the deal that they have with Microsoft and the amount of Xbox they expect to sell. That will increase their revenues. That's what's increasing their valuation. That's why it's pulled back towards this $11 and $10 area. And one of the things that I'd watch for is this is where the volume came in, actually, near that $10, $11 area. That's where you see on the daily chart multiple times 77 million shares. And so that's always things to pay attention to, guys. It's called volume profiling, but you definitely need to know where the price and the volume really is. So if there's a lot of volume in a certain area, what it can actually cause is multi-layers of support. So essentially the bears have a harder time to break down that support because there's so many bulls that got in near that area.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. You know me, man. Mitch knows. GameStop, don't even mention that name around me. No, I'm just kidding. GameStop got saved by Microsoft is who they got saved with, right? It was Microsoft who they did the deal with. I still think long-term this company's over with, unless they drastically change their business model. Like, unless they do something drastically, drastic. Like, they need to, I don't know. But at the time, I do agree with Mitch, though, and I think Mitch is right, which is that short-term, they're doing okay. Long-term viability, and within a few years it'll be over with. But I think over the next year, I think they'll be okay. If I was GameStop, I would hire some programmers and try to get into the software space. Like kind of like a Steam type of thing. On like video games, have like a GameStop library online. Get different perks of being in that library subscription. Like that's what GameStop should do. They could still have their brick and mortar retail business, but that's what I would do if I was GameStop.
Interesting one to watch. Dave and Buster's. Vaccine news. Opening play. It's play.
Play. Yeah. I knew it was some word.
Don't worry, I looked up Dave also. I can't blame you.
Yeah, that's what Dave was my first, because when you trade for so long and you know all of these stocks, you start to really remember most of them. But I was a little off with that one.
Or you guess it.
Right, for sure. Right, yeah, 100%. Because a lot of them, of them you'll be right.
Yeah. Oh, another one that I give out, and I heard this from somebody, and I like giving news that I find from other people, because sometimes you're not always going to have the best plays, or sometimes you're not always going to have the information. I heard about this, so Panera Bread opened up a coffee subscription deal, and supposedly the data that's coming from that is massive. So what kind of play can we look in that? And so, a friend of mine brought up that maybe Starbucks could do the same and open up a coffee subscription deal. And if Starbucks were to open that up, I think, they definitely have an upper hand in there, and can start getting some business back. So that's one to, on the longer run, to keep an eye out for. Starbucks maybe possibly coming out with some news on a coffee subscription.
Bro, my wife and I would be on that if they did. We'd be on that. Here, Eric's in the waiting room, so I'm going to let him in. So we're gonna
bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah, we'll have 3. Sorry, Caitlin. I know Caitlin was supposed to come on stream today. I just figured 4 people would be a little bit too much. So she's going to be on here tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, if anything, she can, she wants to hop on. I won't be on for too long. I'll probably get out of here around 10:30 or 10. Yeah. So if she wants to hop on, maybe she can hop on.
We talked about it. She'll be on here tomorrow as well. But yeah, what's up, Eric? You there, bro?
Yep, I'm here. What's up? Hey.
What's up, man? All right, so we got my man Mitch here. We got Eric. We got some traders in here today. So yeah, man, check out. So Eric's mostly a penny stock trader, Mitch. He's looking at this dude scalps so quickly, man. This dude will get in and out in a position within 2 seconds, and I'm
a second or less. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being literal. 2 seconds.
If you look at my whole time, it always shows up as 1 second or 0 seconds.
Right. Oh wait, here's the bell, guys. I'm slacking. There's the bell.
I like it. Good luck. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me get my scanners up. All right.
Watching ATHE out of the open.
Yeah, since you're that quicker trader, go ahead, take over, man. Let us know if you get one.
Sure.
I always have to be careful out of open on TOS. I'm gonna put a 1-share order out real quick and see how that does.
Yeah, see, Eric does it smart. Mitch hasn't seen me get screwed by Thinkorswim lately, man. Eric started putting 1-share orders just to make sure they're not lagging.
It's a little laggy right now. I'm gonna probably wait a couple more candles before I start going hard. It really sucks because I did a really nice scalp. If you look at ATHE, I just had a perfect. Oh my god, that could have been such a big win on my 1,000 shares. I'm so sad. But,
CBAT.
You have to be cautious.
Nice.
If you're not cautious, you're gonna get destroyed. But yeah, take a look at ATHE. It's really pushing hard right now.
I like it.
Yeah, that one is moving big. ATHE ripping up. Watching AMC is pulling back a little bit. CBAT also ripping up.
194% on the day right now for the stock.
HTHE?
Yeah. I'm gonna look for.
Yeah, we'll probably talk over each other sometimes just because we got so many people in here, but that should be fine. Listen, it's gonna happen, so don't worry about it, YouTube. We'll be good either way. Market's dropping though. I am gonna trade some futures. I'm trying to get my man Mitch. Y'all tell Mitch to get into futures, man. I'm telling you, Mitch, it's like heaven for traders, bro. It straight up is. No PDT rule, lots of leverage, open almost 24/7. No commissions on the platform I use, and a lot of the platforms there's no commissions. There are some fees from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange though, but aside from that, I'm trying to get Mitch on futures too. SMMT showing up on the scanners, trying to break pre-market high.
All right, taking 2 positions here. I'm in F-Cell on the long side at 305, and I'm in short on Sol. That's a solar play. Reason why I'm short on that solar play is not necessarily I don't think solar's up. It's just extended. Look at that solar play.
Is it SOL? Yeah, SOL.
Yeah. Killing that one right now.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah, I wish.
Looking
man.
like ATHE might halt down on the downside. I don't know what the halt level's at, but it flushed very large.
Yeah, that's super weak, man. That's I was watching it too, and I didn't hate the pullback, but just very, very weak.
Yeah.
What else we got?
All right, gonna try to add in this Sol at like 490s or 485s.
Oh no, you. Oh. All right, so yeah, AMC's dropping down. AHT, I'm looking for AHT. I'm watching for it for a potential crossover here. And so we're going to look for like a red to green move, and then if we get a reversal, a break over the VWAP, and a break over 415 or 410, then I'm going to go long there. CBAT is dropping some. And then we got, yeah, so AHT, ABUS. Yeah, ABUS is actually pulling a red to green move now, and I really like it. It looks very strong. I think we're going to bounce here, but the VWAP's right above us. It's the only thing stopping me from getting in this here. But yeah, there's the bounce. Even if it ends up running up, I got to stick to my rules. And if the VWAP's right above me, there's just too much of a chance that it's going to fade off of it. ATHE trying to climb back a little bit. There's ABUS breaking over that level. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to go by just based off of the outcome. I need to go by my system. And so even though ABUS, it might rip up here, I have to stick with my system and understand too big of a chance it's going to reject it. VWAP. Hey, nice. Hey, nice TMB. Congrats, bro. Yeah, hey, there it is. Let me see about my, see, I gotta set up. Now that we're over VWAP, it's a little bit more enticing here for a pullback to like 407 for ABUS. We got MGI showing up here as well. MGI.
A lot of action. A lot of action out of open.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting moves here. ATHE is starting to rebound here.
I'm a little scared of ATHE. I'm gonna be honest. I'm watching it, and I don't know if like I would be taking a bungee on it because that 2 red candles that we saw kind of just defied any levels of support. So it's kind of hard to get a good buy. You'd have to do it completely based off of a feel, just like without any technicals and
intuition, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I want to do that this early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, guys, about to cover some of the Sol. A beautiful fade. I know John talks about that fade look right off the VWAP, guys.
Hey, that was a beautiful one, man, for sure. Hey, that was a perfect little fade too, man. Look at that. Good trade.
Got you, bro.
Yeah. You're on it, you know.
People say the VWAP has no edge.
Oh, dude. VWAP, yeah, I talked about it in my interview. Y'all go check out that interview on Benzinga. I talked about it yesterday. The VWAP has the most edge. You know, the VWAP, because, and I talked about it yesterday, the reason it has so much edge is because it easily identifies short-term trends. And if you can identify the short-term trend, you can profit from it for sure. And that's why the VWAP is so valuable.
Yep. Another one that I'm in right now that's looking good, starting to build at VWAP is, now I want to see it hold VWAP, is F-Cell. FCEL ticker.
Let's see.
I'm in on that one at 304 average.
Check it out. I gotta save this here.
gonna look for a rip above 310s, and then I'll sell some of it. I think this one can get to 350s today, but I'll sell some of it and then just let it try to rip out.
All right, so for ABUS, we haven't got the cross yet for the 26 EMA and the VWAP cross, but I am going to save this study, and I'm going to title it VWAP EMA cross, because this is what I'm really looking for, and this is the strategy I back tested. So that's what we're doing today. We got really cheap penny stocks, ADMP making a pop. ADMP here. Also, AHT might be reversing here, but I'm still watching ATHE as well.
I'm watching ATHE.
UAVS showing up too.
So back up to VWAP. We don't want that back above 490s.
Which one? Oh, FCEL?
No, SOL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just to show you guys what Mitch is talking about, this is the VWAP right here, this purple line, and you can see like downward trend. So move down, pull back to the VWAP, confirm down, and it maintains below this purple line. And so that's identifying a short-term downward trend that you can attack, you know, short into bounces, so forth and so on. And that's why the VWAP.
Oh, just sorry to interrupt there, but just to call it out, there are 2 shares going through there at 464, 9,600 shares and 9,700 shares. So just to now we want to see this bottom break out. Like it needs to break down. So like this is the 3rd attempt to break down. If it doesn't break down here, I just take the profits. But if that was a seller at that 64, you'll get that break.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I look to jump on now. Now I see the big size following my trade, and that's what you want to see.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna try this VWAP cross. It had good accuracy. You just gotta approach it right way, I think. All right, so there goes AHT here. Now AHT is breaking above this. We're gonna watch it over 415s here.
There you go, big load up in FSO. A lot of shares going through there.
Yeah, that one's ripping.
I like that daily chart. A lot of times I look at daily charts and weekly charts to determine when I think we could get those potential breakout days. And to me on the chart, this was one of them.
Oh, for sure.
All right, guys, so Sol is hanging around a little bit too much here in the 70s. You could take the $20 and take like $45 on the trade, but instead I like to just set my stop at break even at this point and then just kind of just let the trade go and not stress. One of the things that I try to do often now is not stress in trading. One of the best ways to not stress is, let's say if you've taken a profit, just set a stop maybe a couple cent or two away from your average cost, and then just kind of let the trade work there. Especially if you're like where I am now, I'm about 20 cents away from the ask, so I can just kind of hands off and relax.
Right. All right, so we're watching AHT here. It's starting to move up. Like I said, I'm really watching it at 415s. I would like these to cross over here, but honestly, the crossover is going to be backwards. We need the stock to... It's still a red to green move, though, and if we get a pullback, we're going to hammer it. Let's see if we can get in. A little dip here. No fill. Okay, we got the fill. All right, we're at the 100 shares here. I'm gonna see if we can scalp this move over at the top. See if we can really hold over 415s. If it can't, we're just gonna bail out of it. Try to give it some time to hold. In the end, it's a small trade. ATHE, guys, man, that one I do have to watch for the VWAP moving crossover, because ATHE is looking very solid here. For AHT, we are getting a nice little squeeze up here. We'll see if we can take some profit into this move. If we get a big enough move, or what happens here. We're up slightly. We're letting it break highs. Seeing if it can maintain and really break this 430 pre-market high is what we're doing. So we're attacking that range there, but a quick rejection here. We still got some time though. We're gonna let it test 410s as a risk. Oh my goodness, that was a huge squeeze down.
All right, looking to see if we'll get a VWAP bounce here for FCEL. FCEL. We'll see if we get a VWAP bounce here.
Yeah, I got squeezed out of AHT. It may fake me out here. It's just too big of a drop. That's too rangy for me to really attack. $11 loss, so very small. And really, today is about testing a strategy. And so we're testing some strategies now. And that's what we're really looking for.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've noticed is that there's a difference. You're not just back testing. You're live testing. There's a big difference in that.
For sure. Absolutely. And that's the big thing. And I think maybe AHT might have faked me out a little bit prematurely there, but, you know, it'll be all right if it does. We're looking at AHT as well, but, man, I was watching, or ATHE, but, man, I was watching it to see, but, ooh, huge drop.
I actually tried in order to buy at 82, and I didn't get the fill, unfortunately. That could have been really, really nice, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't want to get stubborn with AHT, but I don't mind jumping back into it too, because I think if we break this, it's going to start to try to break pre-market highs. And so I would like to be in it for that. Oh my gosh, it did get faked out. I jumped in with 50 shares. There's the pre-market high break. I knew I was going to, and I knew by the way it moved afterwards that I just got slightly faked out here. We're in with 50 shares though, and we're up a little bit. We'll see what we get, but a little frustrating to be honest. That would have been a beautiful trade. I would have been up like 20, 30 bucks through that push, and I just got a little bit scared out of it, which is okay. You know, it happens. A little bit of a testing phase today.
All right, guys, gonna look to see if Sol can slam through that support. If it does, we'll get our gainer for the day. And if not, then we let it go and we take that first profit. FCEL pushing up there now to 312s. I'm going to look for it to get above that 315 and then take first profit.
Yes, sir. What's the market doing today? Market's sideways so far, but still early. All right, so we're back above pre-market highs here. We're really moving. All right, we're back in with 100 shares now. We'll let it test. $29s. And I want to save a little bit of equity here. I don't want to use all my equity in this because I'm still testing. And so I do want to use some equity to make sure the testing there continues. This one's battling pre-market highs, though. I got to be really careful with it, to be honest. If we get some breaks here, that's great. And I'll scale out of it if we can. But we got to be very careful because this thing could flush fast if it flushes. But we're looking okay so far. 34s, 35s. Threes. There we go, 34s. Let's see if we make the squeeze for the high of the day here. New candle just opened. There's 35s. Okay, looking better. We're gonna take a half off there at the top. We're still holding 50 shares. We're going to let it go for 450s here, I think. We're green on this last one. We're about break even on the day. And we're just going to let it try to make that move towards 450 if we can. Get some strength in, you know, ride this thing up. Get to green on the day potentially here. And if not, we're going to be close to break even no matter what. There's 43s. 44s, 45s. 46, 47, We're gonna take it out. Oh, I pulled back right as I was exiting. I'm down 80 cents on the day. But I stuck with the plan. I wanted 450. We got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm break even on the day. That's acceptable to me so far. And really, the reason I got into this is we got the red to green crossover move. You can't see it on this current chart because I have the other averages up here. But
All right, looks like we might get that attempt to push through here for FSIL. Just been waiting around, looking for the rip to sell into.
oh wow, guys, yeah, sorry. Everybody just mentioned this one in chat. HPR has been halted and resumed. Weird, man. That's not a normal halting spot too. I do know the float looks very, very small. Check out HPR, bro. Just to bring you back to some penny stock momentum, Mitch. Look at HPR, bro.
What float does it have?
It's got to be small. It's got to be very small.
Oh, it looks like it's resumed now, yeah?
Yeah, Eric, do you know the float of HPR?
I'll check it for real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is it.
4,300,000.
Yeah, it's small. We're getting some moves here. Look at this. This thing's probably gonna get halted when it breaks. 630.
Want to pull some money?
Look, there's the rip. Oof. This thing's
Trying to
moving.
do a long-term position in this express, man. I really feel like it doesn't have too much downside risk.
Yeah. I think so too. Express is a big company, bro. It being cheap, I think it's a big company. I think it'll come back eventually.
Yeah, it's one of those companies where like your risk to downside isn't too much. Upside, the potential to me looks a lot better. But you do have potential. I mean, whenever you're trading any stock underneath, investing any stock that's underneath $1, you always have the potential of it. It could go out of business, and that's what you always have to keep in mind. But you have less down risk if you can see profitability in the business.
Right. For sure.
So it's looking good in Seoul, man. They just hit it. Someone just put 10,000 shares at 74, and then 6,000 right behind it. So to me, as long as it can hold 480s now, I think we get this breakdown through the 450s.
Yeah, for sure. I really liked your FCEL call.
Yeah.
That one was solid.
And you guys heard. One of the things about that one is that was the trade that I was looking today. Those are the kinds of things that I've been trying to do more often, guys. It's like figure out what trade I really like, what trade I feel like I have the story right, the timing right, and then load in a little bit more, and just manage your risk. One thing I do remind traders a lot is in a low commission environment, you have to be able to get out of trades. Like I see this too often where traders get stuck just because they don't want to be wrong.
Right. Oh, all the time, bro. All the time. Me. What I mean is like me. Yeah.
it happens. It's okay to wash out of a trade, wash it out, pay the commissions, get right back in and make a win. Right. I've done this often now, guys. Is that there's a point in time when you have to like kind of just let the stock go.
Just let it go, man.
And sometimes it's not going to go in your direction. And you can't always try to fight that.
100%. And I think that is, if you want to know the biggest mistake traders make, the biggest consistent mistake traders make, it's a refusal to be wrong, ever. A refusal to be wrong makes you lose accounts, it makes you lose trades, and it screws up your risk and reward entirely. You got to just be like, yo, I'm wrong. Even if you're sometimes wrong about being wrong, You know, like AHT for instance. You know, if I would have held through this, it would have continued pushing. I would have ripped up. It would have ripped up really beautifully and nicely there. But it looked too weak here. This flurried me out, and so I got out of it, and that's okay, because it's okay to be wrong. The number one thing on your mind always should be, how do I protect my account? You know, that's the most important thing, is how do I protect my account? And I think what Mitch does really well, and Mitch has been talking to me about it, something that Mitch has changed is that Mitch instead now, he's not a super active trader. He might get into a few good trades a day. But when those trades that he gets into, he makes sure they're A+ setups, that they're really going to be good. It's less stressful. He doesn't have to trade as much, and he wins more. You know, and I think that's the right move. I think that's the smart thing to do. And honestly, I should focus on that a little bit more as well. Even though I am a scalper in some regards, that makes total sense to me as well. Especially if you're trading VWAP, especially if you're trading these trend strategies, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that data.
Yes, sir.
I can't say it enough, man.
Hey, yes, sir. You're right, man. For sure. That's what you. That's why Mitch. He's a story investor, so he looks at the data and he looks at the story and he adds them all together and he comes up with a logical conclusion towards whether that stock is bullish or bearish, and you know, it makes total sense.
Yep. And so for me, FSIL, the story. So you got what? NIO ripping. You had different electrical vehicles ripping. What's gonna follow it? The underlying asset. The underlying asset, fuel cells. So where can we look for? Let's look at some battery plays. What's moving? What's near the resistance? What's building on the daily charts? And then so I opened up this FSIL this morning and I just said, hold on, good timing. Chart looking good on the daily chart. It has some support because some other stocks in the EV nation are rocking. Why can't this one rock today?
Right. For sure. Yeah, sympathy as well. One thing, we dropped a class on sympathy a few days ago, or really a month or two ago. But Mitch is doing the same thing we talked about in that class as well, which is that he's looking at the sectors and he's looking for underrepresented stocks in those sectors. It's one of the easiest ways to profit in the stock market, right? Like, you want to know a way that you can trade and make money in the stock market very easily with day trading and swing trading? Sympathy moves. That's easy. You know, find out what sympathy or what sectors are moving and look for underrepresented stocks within those sectors. You know, they got to have good, and that's not it though. You have to do everything else that Mitch does, which is that he researches the health of that company like thoroughly, and he looks for the story of the overall environment that we're in, and then makes a logical conclusion. And that is the, you know, one of the easiest ways to make money in the market, and it certainly works.
Yeah, and then one of the things that I noticed is that, you know, for agos, you know, algorithmic trading nowadays, let's say if you trade purely off of technicals, it's going to be hard to, you know, beat the machines over and over and over and over again. Doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means it's harder. And so one of the things that I tried to do is I tried to realize that, so what can a machine can't do? And it can't read the story. It can't find the sentiment. So it can only go off of catalyst and try to base a percentage there. But we actually still have an advantage there, an informational advantage. And that's why I try to use my technicals, time it. That's my trading skill. And then the actual story part is doing the research, doing the hard work, trying to find the trends. A lot of times it's social trends. It's not only necessarily trading trends. It could just be a social trend.
Absolutely.
And that's what you saw also in EV. It wasn't necessarily only investors. It's also just socially impactful that electric vehicles are going to start making a rise.
For sure.
And those are the kinds of things I look for. So like right now, FSIL rejected way too hard off that 315. More than likely, if this goes to 304, I get stopped out and I get out of the trade, even though the trade could come back up to 320s. And a lot of the times, too many traders will make a decision here to stick to, like, let's say $3. That's not my choice here.
Right.
My choice is break even or I win.
For sure. And that's the right mentality to have too, you know.
It's just to me it's a probability game, right? And so one of the things you don't want to do is put yourself in the probability to lose.
For sure.
I know it might sound stupid, but it's the truth. And so if a stock doesn't rip, this stock had 3 chances to rip today on the 1 minute chart. You either need it to 100% just swing right back up to the bullish top right now, or it'll probably crack the low or test the low. And if you're at the low, don't hold below that. That's my main thing to kind of talk about here, is that you got to understand where you are in stocks. It's okay to hold in certain moments. It's not okay to hold in moments that you start putting yourself in deep risk after you've watched the stock and you think that it was supposed to make its move and it didn't.
Right.
It's called you start kind of denying the information that's actually processing.
Right. You start trying to morph the information to better suit what you want to happen instead of what's actually going on. You know?
Exactly. And what I've been doing better on that is just accepting the break-even trade here.
Right.
And so I put the stop there. And one thing I notice is that I can't always do this manually. So, stops are a bad thing because market makers can attack them, but they're also a good thing because sometimes you can stick to your plan. And sometimes, especially like if you're in the green, sticking to your plan to me is more of value than market makers trying to attack my stop. So that's why I go ahead and put the stop here, and I can just have my hands up. I won't lose at the end of the day. Today, I will be green 150%. And that's the kind of trades that I like to get into. And now I'm kind of in the unknown part of the trade, which is, will it continue? Will you have continuation? No one knows this. The only thing you can do is get into positions that give you probability.
Right. 100%.
All right, guys, I'm probably gonna let these trades finish working out here and see what happens. I'll let you guys know, but like always, guys, definitely hit the like, hit the subscribe below, guys. This is what John does every single day. I jumped in here. At the end of the day, guys, one of the things we're gonna do is try to join in with the best and the best, and that's what we want to continue doing. John, his transparency, you can't find it out there, and that's why we have him on Trading Journey. You saw him on Benzinga's Trading Journey, and we're going to continue this relationship, because at the end of the day, the transparency between a media company, a financial media company that's trying to support these YouTube traders and educators that are really trying to be transparent and help the inconsistent trader become consistent and find success. So I really wish you guys the best always, guys. Keep working on your system. John talks about it always. You guys will hear me talk about different systems. And at the end of the day, there's no one road to success. So keep working hard, keep working on that. And I'll see you guys later, like always, guys. Definitely smash the like, smash the subscribe below. I'll be on later in a SPAC show talking about SPACs. But like always, guys, stick with both. Find what works for you. And that's what's always going to help you as a trader. And that's why I was a part of beginning trading for a long time and will always be a part of beginning trading. Because at the end of the day, that's what we did. We found stuff that works for us, and then we kept trading it live in front of you guys. And
we had a movement, and we changed the trading game, and that's what we wanted to do in the beginning. So I'll post that link. Y'all go check out the interview from yesterday. Y'all go sub to Benzinga as well. Let me see what we got. Let me find that real quick. But yeah, y'all go sub to it. Like I said, y'all go check out Mitch is going to be doing a SPAC show on these SPAC stocks, which can be hella profitable, team. Very, very profitable if you can approach these SPACs right, these SPAC, special purpose acquisition companies. And I'll post my video link here, and y'all go sub to Benzinga as well. Y'all go check them out. Mitch is showing up on there, a decent amount during the week. He's doing his thing over there. So, thank him for coming on. And I'm sure, he'll certainly be on again. I'm guarantee that. Here's the link if y'all want to check it out.
Definitely, mad love. You guys have a great one. Enjoy your trading day. Looks like FSIL did reverse a little bit there, so hopefully we get that rip out through the 315s and I can sell some profit, and probably looking at like another $100 a day. That's kind of where I've been averaging my gaining my gaining days and losing days, what I try to do is keep my losses under $50 for the day, look for those $100 days. And then lately I've been getting even some days where it's like $200, $300 days, because what I do is I establish those plans, stay with the plan. That's the kind of trader I am, and that's the kind of trader I'll continue being. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Definitely stay here, guys. Stay with John. Eric, I appreciate you jumping in here and teaching traders how to scalp. That's one of the hardest things in the game. So I definitely, hats off to you, man. If you're able to do that consistently, I definitely can, hats off to you, man. Wish you the best too. And let me know, man. We get you on Benzinga also. So hit me up.
Sure.
You have Discord?
Yeah. We'll stay in touch.
Gotcha.
Have a good one.
Sure.
Talk to you,
Take
man.
care, guys.
Later, man. All right, guys. So yeah, got a little OG stream going on with Emini today. Like I said, man, I always tell you guys, like, Mitch is like my brother, man. I talk to that dude. I probably know Mitch better than some of Mitch's close friends, you know, because like I talk to that dude every day for years. Mitch and I talked every day. We still do, honestly. And great trader. Y'all gotta check him out on Benzinga. You know, like I said, he's got some great gold information for traders, and you know, really, really fun. Just to be a part of it and have Mitch on here.
This morning, it was like so action-packed. It was insane.
Yeah, it's been a, you know, I'm break even today. I'm up like 80 cents, but we'll see if we get anything good.
So by the way, I got a mess. So this is just kind of like a little success story I'm gonna share. That's like someone I was helping out. So a guy messaged me on Reddit. I post on Reddit here and there. Sometimes I'll just post updates because I've been doing it for a long time now. I've been posting since I've been like when I used to do $50 a day to now where I do like $100 to $200 a day, and I just keep updating on Reddit, right?
Right.
And I got a message from a guy, and he messaged me. He said, "Hey, I've been day trading for 2 years, and this entire duration I've always been red. Are you willing to help me out?" And I was bored, so I decided that I would like reach out to him, and we went on Discord, and then this weekend we did some paper trading sessions, and
Nice.
it started out where he hadn't watched any of my videos before, so he was very unfamiliar with my strategy. So what we did is I went and I watched one of my videos with him on like voice call, where we shared the screen and I was explaining everything along with the video. Then we actually went into paper trading, and I mean, I don't know why I expected anything otherwise, but like for some reason I thought we were going to be able to like hop in and then he would be able to just trade the strategy after one video, and then I realized that that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He literally just like learned about my strategy. So I remembered in chess, sometimes what you can do for fun with a friend is something called hand and brain. And in chess, what this means is you can call out a piece, and then the person that's playing will have to move the piece according to like what the brain said. So like if John and I were playing, I could say horse, and then you have to move one of the horses.
Right.
So kind of like, so pretty much you have to try to guess what I'm thinking when I tell you something.
Right.
So how it started out, what's up?
I was just gonna go ahead, finish. I'll ask you afterwards.
So how it started out was, so I applied the same thing to trading. So I figured I would be like the brain and I would let him be the hand, and then we would slowly give him more responsibilities. So it started out where I was calling price levels, and then once it flushed down to that price level, like I predicted, then he would have to execute on it. And we kept doing that, and then it got to the point where we had been doing that for a long enough time that I was like, look, I'm not going to give you the levels anymore, and instead I'm going to tell you what type of pullback I'm looking for. So then instead of saying the price target, I would say, all right, I'm looking for a bungee, or all right, I'm looking for a micro pullback. And he was able to start getting better at like guessing the price level I was looking at. Well, I hope he wasn't guessing. I hope he was trying to actually figure it out. But he was getting better at getting close to where I would have entered the trade. And after that, I told him to just for the rest of the weekend keep on doing some on-demand trading and send me the results and see how he's doing. And he was doing really well. He managed to stay green in the on-demand. And I said, you should go live. Tell me how you do. So he just sent me a screenshot for the day. And he traded ATHE. He's up $19 on ATHE. He's up $3 on CVAT. And then he's down $1 on HPR for a total gain of $21 on the day, which he said is a 6% gain on the amount of capital he was trading. Wow. So all in all, he is absolutely killing it. And it was just really cool because literally on Friday, he was saying that he's been trading for 2 years, unable to make profit, and it's too early to tell. It's only his first day trading the strategy. But
Right.
after just like a little bit of like training or whatever, he was able to be green on the weekend, and then coming into Monday, he's been doing well. I've been seeing a lot of people messaging me. Like I know in chat, someone actually earlier took my shares. They took the same trade as me. I didn't get filled, but they did. It was Vinny. Vinny traded my strategy, made money, and I didn't because I didn't get the fill.
Yeah, I think a large majority of traders in the beginning, they're just trading the wrong strategies. Like I think that what happens a lot with new traders, and if you're a new trader, like listen to what I'm about to say, because I think what I'm about to say can change your trading for the better if you really listen here. A lot of you guys are trading the wrong strategies. Like a lot of you guys are trading strategies that you might have watched online, and then you're stubborn with those strategies. Like you'll pick a strategy, and most strategies will work. I'll say this, like most strategies are gonna work, right? It just depends on this, if you're trading the right stocks at the right times, right? Because most strategies work, but they don't work. They're not universally successful. Like they're not just gonna always work on whatever you trade. You have to trade the right stocks as well. But a lot of y'all are being too stubborn with your strategies. If a strategy's not working, move on to something else. You know, don't stay stubborn with it just because it's a strategy, you know? Like, some strategies are just not going to work. A lot of strategies they teach online just don't work. You know, they just don't work. You know, a lot of them do, but a lot of them just simply don't work. And people, and new traders specifically, get really stubborn. They just stick with the wrong strategies, to where if you could just kind of say, hey, look, try this instead. And it works. I mean, that's what you got to do. The other thing I was going to ask you, Eric, is you watch the Queen's Gambit?
Is that a channel? Or
Yeah,
that's an opening, but
no,
it's
it's an opening move in chess, but no, it's a TV show. I love chess too. It's a TV show. It's a TV show one right now.
My dad messaged me about that and said he watched it on I think Netflix, and he recommended me to watch it. I think it was about was it like an orphan that learned to play chess?
Correct.
And
Yeah.
then,
Harmon. True story. It's about Harmon, and it's like early 60s, late 60s. Actually, but yeah, super good. My wife and I watch it because I'm a strategy game player. I like poker, chess, checkers, trading. I would consider a strategy game to a certain extent, and so you know, I think a lot of strategy game players end up finding themselves in the stock market, as well as poker, as well as like online and professional poker. I think a lot of strategy games that play like Magic the Gathering, or they play chess.
I played Magic, dude, when I was like in like sixth through 8th grade. I played Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, man.
I remember going to like tournaments, and everybody there was like so much older than me and my siblings, but we would still have a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
I could never win. There were always like decks that cost so much money, but I had like a $200-$300 deck, and I was able to like place top 3, so at least I got some packs.
Right. Yeah, I never played Magic. I played Pokemon. I'm old, so I played Pokemon way back in the day. Yeah.
Well, they're worth a lot now, so if you still have some cards.
Bro, honestly, if I would have kept mine, I'd be balling out of control. Listen, I got Pokemon cards for Christmas one year. Like, I was right in the heat of it. Middle school, 6th grade me, dude. I had all of them, bro. I had all of them. I probably had 6 figures worth of Pokemon cards, in my bag. But I just, I don't know what happened to them.
But yeah, about the chess, I used to play chess, I was trying to get like pretty competitive. I would go to like tournaments and stuff. You might or may not know this, I don't know, but St. Louis is kind of a big hub of chess.
Yeah.
Like we have like a lot of tournaments here. Grandmasters come and travel here to play tournaments, which is really cool. Like whenever I go to the chess club, because it's literally like 30 minutes from my school or something like that. When I go to the chess club, there's literally just grandmasters there, which is really, really cool.
You're just chilling, hanging out,
Yeah, just hanging out. Like some of them work there.
Yeah.
Like they have a YouTube channel, which is STL Chess Club, where they do like lectures over openings and just like the gameplay and games and all that stuff.
Nice.
I try to get pretty good. I mean, I'm not great at all, but I'm better at speed chess than I am at classical, which I guess that explains my affinity to like scalping in 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, I can time somebody out easier than I can mate them. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't like to play speed to time them out. I like to actually mate in the speed.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll time somebody out. Like if we play timed, I do well at, like, I guess what you would call me as a good defensive player, because I can time somebody out very easily. But if we're going full on aggression, mate, which I think is the truest form of chess as it is. Maybe I'm a purist in that regard, but I think time limits are against the overall feel of the game.
Yeah,
but
it
I'll
is
still
the
watch.
direction. It's the direction it's gonna keep going, because classical chess is pretty boring to watch unless you're like a top player and you can understand all the like actual stuff that's going on.
For
But if
sure.
you're like a 1600 or something, like what I was when I was playing, you don't really understand like all the like significance of all the moves.
Right, for sure.
You're sitting there looking at the engine like, was that a good move or not?
hey, listen, I'm telling you, watch the Queen's Gambit. Super good, man. I'm only on episode 4. If y'all ruin it, I will straight up ban y'all. Okay? I know it's a true story, but I've stayed off of Google to like not ruin the story for me. But check it out, man. Super good. Really, it's all about chess. That's like all it's about. It's about like a really young female chess prodigy. And back in the 60s, it was mostly like a male-dominated game.
Yeah.
And like she kind of changed that landscape to where she jumped in there and
It
she
still
just
is
started.
too, for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But she like changed the landscape, and now like she just went in there and started doing things in chess, and so super good.
Like to this day, I only know of 2 women grandmasters. I mean, I'm sure there's more, but as far as women grandmasters that I've heard of, I only know 2. Which, and I know that in general there are a lot more male grandmasters.
See, it's been so long since I played. I still watch like Magnus on YouTube. Like YouTube knows, I guess they know somehow I used to play chess, and like they still recommend me like Magnus mating somebody in 12 moves, and so I'll still they'll slip that into my recommended, and I'll watch them from time to time. But it's been years since I've really played, and I play checkers with my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody's beaten me yet. I'm the the checkers king of my house right now, because my family, even my wife, she tried. No sir. But I haven't jumped into chess yet. My son's 6, and he's honestly pretty legit at checkers right now. And so the natural evolution is going to be chess eventually for my son and daughter, but we'll wait and see when that is. Yeah, I'm looking for this VWAP. Eric, if you see any VWAP crossovers, the one I see honestly right now is INSG.
CBAT's trading around the VWAP. I don't know if it is something you'd like, but I'm just kind of watching it. I don't know about it yet.
See, and this is why this strategy is so profitable, man. And honestly, I completely missed it. Like, guys, so if we look at INSG, just to give you guys a rundown of the strategy that I'm using, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a VWAP and a 26 EMA crossover. And what I'm really looking for here, guys, is I'm looking for it to cross over like it did right here. All right, and so if we look up, we crossed over right here. I wait for another candle to open up after the crossover, so that would be right here. And then I attack this range in between that entry and the previous high of the day right here. And so this is the range I'm attacking in this crossover. It's just right here. It's in this example, it's only like 12 cents. But if you attack it in that 12-cent range, it has a super high accuracy rate. And like that is the system that is the system I want to test ultimately here. Like that is the system I'm trying to test. And like that is the back testing video I dropped this week. And Eric, you said you watched it.
Yeah, I did.
You like that speed montage, huh?
Yeah, like I really like, by the way, like the arrows and stuff. Did you make those, or did you pay for that to be made and stuff like that? Like all the like graphics that you have.
So I have 2 editors that I use. I use Premiere Pro on like my super complex videos, and then on the videos that I know how to make on Filmora, which is a different editor. It's called Filmora.
Yeah, I know. I have that as well.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's just automatic. They're built-in tutorial arrows, and so if you go to
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you go to I think it's Elements. If you go to Elements and then look on the left side and go to Tutorial, you'll have a lot of different options to add those arrows in. And it's just kind of point and click.
This is the reason I have from Filmora, and it's kind of funny. In high school, I took a video production class, and we had to do like a project, and I was doing it last minute, and from my home, and I had to like edit the whole thing together, and I didn't have an editing software, and the first thing I found was Filmora, and I went to go export the video, and then it said you have to purchase the actual program, like the software, in order to export the video. And I was like, what? So then I had to go and throw, I think it's like $200 or something to buy it. So I just had to go and like toss that out, like just out of like, it was just super scammy. I can't believe they made me do, like they didn't tell me before. They're like, after you're done and you have to have it, because I did it last minute. So I just had to pay. It was so frustrating because $200 in high school is a lot for me.
Oh yeah, with inflation, that's like $600, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how it goes with a lot of them. But I will say this: the editing software is not bad. Like most of my videos, I edit with Filmora, and like I use Premiere Pro for like my really long videos. But like videos like yesterday, like that's just usually Filmora, you know. And like backtesting, I think backtesting it has a lot of value because it's like I can find most strategies. Like people give me strategies, and I like testing them to see where they work. Because like a lot of strategies work, you're just attacking them at the wrong spots, right? There's little edges of nuance that you can attack and profit from it with a lot of these different strategies. And like I said, this one example, this moving average VWAP crossover, like if you just attack this range, it is so profitable. Like that's what the video was ultimately about. I'll post it right now if you guys want to see it. But like if you just attack this range, it's so profitable to just hit that range and then move on, you know? Let me see. And there's also two different types of videos, just to, not to talk to you about it on YouTube, but like, there's types of videos that are going to get a lot of views up front, and then there's types of videos that are going to get less views up front, but they're going to get picked up in search. And they're gonna, and then they're going to grow faster from there. The video I did yesterday, less views up front, but it'll get picked up in search. Like I have one right now, for instance, on a similar topic to yesterday's, that is getting, you know, like 3 or 4 months later, it's getting 2,000 views a day. Right
That's insane.
And it'll hit 100K
That's actually
before the end of the year. Yeah, it'll hit 100K before the end of the year for sure.
Do you ever create videos specifically for search?
Yeah, I mean, well, not specifically. Like if I wanted to do just search, I would do like top stock picks, right? If I do like top 5 stock picks to buy now, that video will get a ton of views in that week. Like, there's two different niches in YouTube, right? There's day trader strategies, and then there's stock picks, right? My channel could be rolling in views if I did top 4 stocks to buy now. And every video I did was top 4 stocks to buy now. A lot of trading channels end up going to that because that's the easy views, right? Like, you do videos on that, you're going to get, like, eventually your channel's going to get, like, 5 to 10K views per video within that first week. The problem is that after that first week, nobody's watching that video. And so it's not evergreen to a certain extent. And so it's like, while the strategy videos I post, they might get less views up front, over the life of that video, it's going to get more views than a top stock pick video. And so the growth is slower, but more sustainable. And so it's all different. You know, you just got to figure out which, you know, one you're going to do. But
I have a question for those in chat. Does anybody actually watch Zip Trader? And what's your thoughts on Zip Trader as like a channel? Because like he's one of the biggest channels, but for some reason when I watch his content, I'm just not like keen on it. But yeah,
there's a link for my latest video. Yeah, with Zip Trader, I mean, he's rolling in views, man, and he's a good example of somebody that did this. Okay, he's an example of somebody that originally posted content like I do. Right, like he originally posted like strategy breakdowns and stuff like that, and then he realized that the real views are in stock pick videos, and so now most of his videos are the top 4 penny stocks to buy now.
I can't understand that. Why? What's the purpose of videos like that though?
Because they get you views.
No, but like, why do people search for it?
Because people don't want to work. I mean, people just want to be. People want everything handed to them. That's reality. Like people want stock picks.
Surely those like don't actually work out.
Well, here's the thing. To play the other side a little bit, I know I've been a little bit critical of those videos. I've done videos like that. They're just not all the videos I do. I think those videos can enlighten people on different sectors, on different stocks that people are watching. And I think a percentage of people that watch those videos aren't necessarily just looking to get those stock picks. They're just trying to be more enlightened on different stocks and sectors. Like, they might not be following those picks, but it educates them on different sectors that they might not have known about previously. And so, just to be fair there, I think that is what some of those videos get. And I think that's the reality behind it.
Because I see him like every single time, and like I'm in a bunch of Discords, I'm all over Reddit, I'm across like all the different platforms and trading related communities, and all the time people are like, there's the same question every day, which is, hey, I'm trying to get into trading, can someone recommend some resources? And the same answer applies across the board, no matter what platform. There's like how to day trade for a living, like those like the classic like 3 books that people always recommend, and then there's check out Humble Trader and Zip Trader. Like, those 2 channels are recommended, and every single time that question's asked, every time without fail.
Right.
And to a degree, I can understand recommending Humble Trader, since she actually posts her trades, right? And you can see that she does trade and that she does make money from trading. But with someone like Zip Trader, I literally scrolled through his entire channel, and I can't find a single instance of him trading.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't really blame. Like, here's the thing. Like, of course, I day trade live, and I want people to see it. But you better believe there's sometimes days when I'm frustrated, days when I'm just not having it, or I'm just kind of like, yo, I'm gonna trade by myself today. Like, the stream doesn't need to see me trade today. I'm gonna flip out if I trade today. And so, I understand certainly not wanting to trade live in front of everybody, and that's why everything we do is free. Like, that's why everything I'm putting out there is free. But I think if you're gonna sell a course, you got to be transparent. You got to show your stuff. You got to show your trades. And so.
Yeah, well, with like his whole channel though, it's all about like day trading and advice. But if no one's ever seen you trade, why do you trust? Why would you trust him if he has never ever displayed any like proof that he can actually trade? Because anybody can go read a couple Investopedia articles, like, in order to like be able to actually, like, at the bare minimum, all you need, if you wanted to make a trading channel, all you had to do is read a couple Investopedia articles, and at that point you know enough to be able to at least pass.
Yeah. Well,
and
I think
like,
a lot of big channels now, are they are looking at little channels that have good content, and they're copying that content.
Oh, I hate that. That's like the worst practice ever.
A lot of them are doing it. I'm not going to say names, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of the big channels, because a lot of the big channels they've been around for a while, and they run out of ideas. And so what they do is they look at the little channels, and a lot of them just copy the little channels. And that makes it's harder for the little channel to grow because of that. But some of them are legit. I think some traders you see are just copying other traders, but I think a certain percentage of them legitimately know what they're talking about as well. And again, there's just different niches in the market. On YouTube, like I said, if I just did stock pick videos, my channel would be at hundreds of thousands of subscribers within a year. But that's just not really my thing. It's not really what I like to do. I look at sectors and stocks, and I like doing it, but doing stock pick videos just to get views just doesn't seem like what I want to do. And if I make
a good point, by the way.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Vinny in chat made a good point that Zip Trader might be just more of a content creator than a like day trader.
Right.
Which that's fine. If I look at it from that perspective, I guess it's cool. I'm really interested. I'm even interested for my own audience. How many people in my audience versus what percentage of people in my audience versus what percentage of people in, say, Zip Trader's audience actually day trade? Because we both make day trading related content. But I would hope that personally, I would prefer that 100% of my audience, anybody that watches my videos, day trades like frequently, at least at the very least like once a week, right? Because like that's the person I'm appealing to, at least I hope.
Right, and what I was gonna say is that there's two different areas of approach, right? And this is the difference, right? There's one think of day trading specialized area, like that's me and you, right? We're day traders specialized in that niche, more closely and specifically related to only day trading is what we do, right? We have day trading strategies, we day trade live, we talk about our day trading strategies, right? And then there's the other side of it, which is a more broad niche, right? It's everything related to trading, whether that be swing trading, investing, day trading, stocks to invest in, stocks to buy, SPACs, all this different stuff. And they are going to have a larger audience, and they are going to grow faster because they are more broad. They're kind of pulling in everything, right? They're pulling in investing, swing trading, and that's the difference, right? And that's what Humble Trader, that's what Zip Trader are. Is they're just a more broad niche, right? They're not talking about just day trading. They're talking about all that different stuff, And you guys know me. I don't usually like even mentioning other trading channels names based off of competition, but like this is an interesting conversation.
And we're also talking about people that are like a lot larger, so we're probably not even like in competition with them.
I'm not competing with them. They're too big. They don't care about me, to be honest. and that's okay. But that's what I'm saying. To defend them to a certain extent, they're appealing to a broader trading, like a more generalized trading niche, to where you and we're more specialized, specifically day trading and strategies, right? And like that's the difference. And so, to be fair, I think that's the reality behind it.
I really do hope though that like most of my audience, like even at the best, 100% of my audience are active, like day traders. Like, and I understand maybe not everyone can trade every day, but hopefully, I hope that like everyone that watches my channel is trading at least like once a week. Because I mean that's like the content that like that's who I'm trying to like create content for, Yeah. Because I want to help people that are actually like day trading,
Right. And if you can be like an authority in that niche, like think about like live traders. Like live traders is specialized day traders, but they're huge, and so it's like you can do your thing there, and they're also big because they have like a little prop firm thing on the side. But like that's an example.
But he has a prop firm?
It's something like that. I've heard about it, never really looked into it, but
I gotcha.
But
I had never heard of that before.
Yeah, they run a huge day trading channel. They've got like over 200,000 subscribers, and they're more specialized like you and I. Like they're mostly like day trading niche, day trading strategies, and that's what they do. And so it's not impossible for like small channels to get big. Like my channel's pretty big. I mean, we got 30. We're pushing up to 35K. We got 33.5K now. So like we're moving big, but are we big like them? No. But it is possible.
Yeah, I think like a big thing in order to like do that, because I know Live Traders is another channel that gets recommended every time the question's asked. People are always like live trading or live traders. Yeah.
And they're solid. Like I try to like, dude, like the trading landscape is so hyper competitive, man, that it's like everybody.
You think so?
It's dude. I think it's just
you mean like day trading
warfare.
as a whole, or day trading as a whole, or content creation day trading?
Content
I don't
creation.
feel like that. Maybe it's just because I haven't been here very long, but
yeah, I mean, I know. Think about it like this, right? Content creators and day trading are all making videos talking smack about each other. They're all making videos saying this trader did this or this trader did this. Wow, and then this trader did this, and like it doesn't have to be.
We must be in different communities. I don't actually see any of that.
Dude, I see a lot of it.
Really?
I think it happens, but I try not to be, and that's why you guys know me. I'm pretty like drama. Like I don't like.
Have you ever seen a video on you before?
No.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think people. I don't think I'm above criticism, but I think the way that I run the channel to where I don't claim to be an expert and I don't sell anything. And like if anybody asks me, they're like, "Hey John, what do you do for a living? Do you live solely off of trading?" I'm like, "No, I don't. Like I certainly don't." And I think I'm very open and upfront about that. I'm open and upfront about like sometimes I take trades off stream as well. And I think that is why like, people can criticize me, like that's cool, but like, I'm always going to respond with, well, I'm not an expert. The channel's called Beginner Trading. Like, what are you mad about? And I think that makes me, it's hard for people to criticize that, I think. And that's the point. And while I think some of the drama videos might get more views, I'm just not about that either. Like, I'm not trying to, talk smack about other channels. I think if you're going to make a video like that, you got to kind of do it like you did, which was like, you're not insulting Warrior, you're just.
Yeah, dude, he's my idol, man. Yeah.
Right. Like you made a video about him, but you didn't insult him. Like you just said, hey, like I want to be as big as him. Like I want to be as good of a trader as he is.
I want to be him. I want to crush him.
Yeah, right. And that's fine. Like there should be nothing wrong. We should all set our sights high. And like that's the truth, Yeah,
and I even mentioned, dude, I got so much hate. It was insane. Like the video was literally, hey guys, Ross Cameron was a huge inspiration for me. But at the end of the day, I'm not happy just trading in a shadow. I want to be bigger than him, and I'm gonna do it. You know, I don't know if it's gonna take me a year, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. I will do it. I'm gonna do it. I will like make more in a year than one of his than that year for him. And then people were commenting like, you're only making $2,000 a month and you expect to beat Ross when he's made 5 million this year. And I'm like, well, not right now, obviously, but maybe someday.
There's nothing wrong with having high hopes, like, right? Like, you gotta shoot high. You know, aim small, miss small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, it would be so cool if I could meet him. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only way I know that you can actually meet him is by being in that the inner circle that he has, but that's like
I mean, he's plugged my channel before on his streams.
Has he really?
He has.
Damn.
It was a few years ago, but he has, and so I know he knows about my channel.
That's cool.
You know, I know he knows about it. This was like a year or two ago, but he has been like, hey, this was back when I was trading mid and high caps, and so I think now that now that I'm messing with penny stocks, it's kind of a little bit more of a competitor to him now. So,
yeah.
You know, I don't know. But back when I was trading mid and high caps, he pushed me a few times in his stream saying, y'all go check out beginner trading if you want to learn how to trade mid and high caps, I think is what he said.
Before I started YouTube, I would comment on his videos back when he actually used to reply to comments. There was a time where he was replying to comments. He doesn't do that anymore. At least I've commented on his video lately, and he doesn't reply anymore. But he used to reply. He used to.
Yeah, but that's everybody does. Like, I'm at the point now where in a lot of my videos I don't respond just because I get so many comments and it's just a lot of like. It's not that, like, to be honest, and I'm not trying to pump myself up because I think I'm like a medium-sized channel. I'm happy with my channel, but like, dude, running a channel like this, I get so many people reaching out. Like, I get so many sponsorship requests. I get all these different companies that want me to push their platform or push their brain or push their stuff. And like most of the time, I'm not about it because I know how much like sponsor videos negatively affect your channel. Like if you post a sponsor video, like specifically just reviewing like a product, like a platform, you know, most of the time it's not going to get good views and it's going to hurt you with the algorithm. And so I would much rather just not post too many content, but we get a lot of them reaching out. And I just get a lot of messages and I feel bad because like a lot of it is just traders looking for help. And I just, you know, especially with all my stomach issues lately, I just haven't been able to respond to as many as I should. And so I apologize, team. If you're there and you've messaged me, I'm sorry. You know, love you all. Appreciate the support. If Eric doesn't respond to my comments, I'm going to cry.
I'll always respond. I think I spend so much time just refreshing YouTube Studio on my phone because it's on my phone. So whenever I'm just like walking, like sometimes I'll just go for a walk and I'll just like open it up every now and then and refresh it to make sure I reply to stuff. And then I reply to stuff on Discord. So I feel like even if I got 200 comments on every single video, I'd probably still end up responding.
Yeah.
Although if I got a lot of repeat comments, I'd probably build some sort of like small little database with maybe some sort of built-in search on it, so I could like try to create like a database full of my answers, so I don't have to keep answering it every time.
Right.
Yeah. But
I'm looking at AHT.
I'm still trying to find something. I'm looking at CBAT now. It just got above VWAP, so at this point I might be interested.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that crossover. I still have some equity, guys, and so I'm waiting for that crossover. I'm looking for the VWAP moving average cross, and then I'm going to attack the range if we can get it. And so I'm looking at CBAT too.
Yeah, now
Big
that
range.
it's above VWAP, it's recaptured my interest.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can make something out. I'm up $56 on CBAT. So if I could, I've had a couple good trades on it today.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I was really hoping for a little bit of a better pullback after it came up to 7.95, but now we're up to $8 and it's starting to pull back, which is a little bit more concerning to me that it tapped 8. Like, 'cause if it turns around here, it might fall below VWAP again, potentially,
sure.
unless it breaks above 8, which we got to break above 8, which is good.
Yeah.
That's a
Good
little bit
rejection.
better. So now I'm hoping that we can stay above VWAP now that we've actually broken above 8.
Right.
Because if we stay above VWAP, the current highest it's traded since open is up at 850, So this could potentially turn into a pretty active stock. The pre-market high is all the way up at 1075. So we're very far away from reaching a pre-market breakout. But even if we can open up that range between like the 875 area all the way up to 1074, that's like a really large range that we could trade in, which is kind of cool.
Right.
It's gonna be so whenever we have like a large run like this, the next candle that opens will like almost always be red. So unless this candle actually flips red, but I would say if this candle closes green and it closes near the top, okay, this candle might just turn red. So one of the rules I was talking about whenever I was doing the lesson on this weekend, whenever you have a run up and a green candle closes at 75% or more, like at the top, you know what I mean? So like 3/4 up or more, after a run, there's like a very, very, very high chance that the next candle will be red, which we see right here. So that would have been a great opportunity to buy a bungee pullback. I didn't do it though because I was too slow. I didn't even have my hand on the mouse. So yeah, that was a little bit concerning.
I'm starting to look at this one if we can get the crossover play. We just need to break over there. But we got to wait for that crossover play because these are the ones that once it starts to maintain higher and higher, it's going to start looking for, it's going to make a push towards these previous highs up there. So we're going to try it here. No, you're good, Alex. Sorry, I'm about to start catching back up with the chat. Too good for us. Oh, I know, Alex. I know you're just messing with me, bro. It's all good, man. We understand you're growing. I appreciate it. Hey, John. I, too, am about to start watching that. There is a movie from back in the day, but it's based off of a true story. It's called Searching for Bobby Fischer. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. It's about the young kid prodigy with the old chess teacher. Yeah, I've seen that. Really good movie. Yeah, I grew up in the 90s, bro. That was like, one of the kid movies that they let us watch. Also, yeah, guys, while we still got some people here, I am using the Top Step trading platform. If you want to check it out, you get 20% off by using my link. The way it works is subscription-based funded account program for futures. They have funded almost $2 million in traders this year. I think they've processed almost $2 million in withdrawals for their funded traders this year. So they actually pay. They're regulated in the U.S. They're located in the U.S. And they're a legit funded account program, highly reviewed and very cheap. The base one is $120 if you use my link and get 20% off for the first month. It's a $30,000 challenge account, so if you can make $2,000 in profit while following the rest of their rules, they fund you $30,000 as a professional proprietary futures trader. Super dope. Here's the link if you want to check it out. Like I said, great way to help support your boy here. See how my team's doing in the World Series of Day Trading. We also got that going on as well.
Are you gonna take a position on CBET? It looks I don't have the same averages that you have open, but it looks like your crossover might be.
Yeah, wait, this is the old one. We're in the fall games. Yeah, I'm looking for the crossover now. So if we get an opening, the next 1 minute candle is what I have to target. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're in with 50 shares here. This is the crossover setup that we've been targeting a lot lately. And we're attacking this range. I'm going to look for like 825s, 830s here. But we're in there. We're trying this new crossover, VWAP, moving average crossover. We got a decent amount of room too. We only got 50 shares. So we're going to let it keep working, but... And like I said, I'm using small size here. We're just testing at this point. We got Get B at number 3 in the competition. Hey, my man, top 3. Congrats. With let's see how much he's made. Oh man, it's up 23,000. Or no, not 23K, my bad. He is up $16,283 in the World Series of Day Trading. So hey bro, keep it up. Killing it, man. Nice work. Alright, so we're looking to attack this range. Like I said, we did get the confirmation here for the crossover play. We're still got 50 shares here. We've got a little bit of room that we're going to let it work and test this thing out. Yeah, Canadians can use it, I'm pretty sure, options trader. I can't get my VWAP to match yours. You probably need pre-market data in there. It's -2.2 settings. I'm using the 26 EMA and the VWAP, looking for that crossover. We did get it here. And again, though, we're attacking this range. Also, if you want to use TEFs and TradeNet, great platform to use if you're overseas and you don't have that much capital, but you actually want to get started with a funded account program. Technically, it's an educational package, and so understand that. But if you're located outside of the U.S., a lot of the time their traders will get approved for the funded account program, which is 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule, day trading and shorting ability, 70-30 profit split.
Oh, there you go.
There's the squeeze. Hey, listen, and even if it doesn't work here, listen, we're gonna sell right here.
Hey, it's working.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you guys, so I'm out. So that's the range I attack here. But that's the first trade of really this. Look, oh my gosh, man. I'm telling you, man. That strategy I tested is so profitable, bro. This is what happened. If you watch that video, and I'm kind of bummed out I sold, but I did want to just kind of lock in a profit there. So I'm green on the day, luckily. But if this happened, this little breakout type of thing happened every single time. Like, it worked like, out of 21 times, it worked like 15 out of those 21 before we actually gave it these conditions. And once we gave it these conditions, it was like 80% plus accuracy every single time. And if you watch that video closely, but yeah, if you want to use TradeNet and TEFs, like I said, people hate on TradeNet and TEFs. Oh my gosh, man, I'm super mad. I missed this. But the reality is they process withdrawals and they pay you if you make money, and that's all that really matters, I think. And there's the link if you want to check that out. But no, this happened every single time. I'm going to find this video, guys. If you want to see how I, like this, watch this video. Seriously, watch this video. And if you watch closely to the back testing, like I have like a time lapse of me back testing the strategies in that video. And if you watch the back testing, you will see this exact thing happen every single time. And you'll see me watch it happen, document it as a success. Watch it happen on the next stock, document it as a success. Watch it happen on the next stock, document it as a success. And I did that every single time, and it was just, it looked exactly like this, to be honest. And that's why I'm really excited about this strategy. If you want to check it out, there's the link. Alright. But yeah, hey, I'm honestly super excited because it works, man. It works. And this is the reason I'm excited about it. And the reason I really started testing this is because I started testing it because it works later on in the day. It works later on in the morning. You know, it's 10:45 market time right now. And that is when I wanted to attack it. Because I know a lot of my viewers, they join the stream and they leave because they think I'm done trading after a certain time of the day. I wanted a strategy that I could attack the open a little bit with the ones that I currently use, but then I could attack it like this as well. And really, I think I was a little tight with it. I think this is the range I'm really supposed to attack per my back testing results. I'm supposed to enter here, and I'm supposed to attack this range right here. And if you attack this range specifically, works out really, really well.
Dude, this is so strong. What the heck?
Dude,
Where's my pullback?
Bro, watch the video.
I watched it.
Yeah, I talked about this exact thing. It was like this. This thing happened every time. Like this type of move. It was really, really interesting. Also had Gordon from Trader Mike's reach out to me, and Gordon said that it was weird. Like he was testing a strategy that was just like this about the video I posted this weekend. And so great minds think alike, I guess. But yeah, it's certainly profitable for sure. We're green. Yeah, let's watch the pullback here. SPY is up, but kind of choppy today. Hey, appreciate the sub. I know we got a lot of new subs today. Oh, I don't know why my window's gone. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Blizz. Welcome in. Appreciate the sub, brother. I don't know why I hit that time, but... what else we got?
I'm still watching CBAT. Damn. I was expecting that, but I was hoping it was gonna go a little bit lower before I got that little push up to 8.5 again. Damn. I was being too careful, which that's fine. I always err on the side of fear rather than greed.
Right. I'm looking at CBAT here.
If we hold above 850, this could see kind of a really good move up. Has a lot of room.
Yeah, there it goes.
We wanted to close above that, ideally, though. $30 seconds on the candle. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get it to hold above. Yeah, that's unlucky. Hopefully, I really do hope it can close above 850. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, you got about 15 seconds. Let's see what it does here.
There's definitely the volume on this stock right now, which is very good. Nice.
There it goes. Yeah. Watch it for, I like these little pullbacks here too for scalping. Get on that little dip right there. Oof, there's a squeeze up, breaking highs.
I just got a nice little scalp there. $70 scalp right there.
Nice.
855 to 862.
Yeah, I like that. I like the consolidation. I like 850 being right here too. I think that's a really solid level to just watch.
I'm a little bit concerned right now. I'd be careful for a flush down to 826.
Nice.
Be careful. I don't know if you're trading it, but
no, I'm not.
Also applies for chat too.
Yeah.
But I see probably like a 40-50% chance that it could flush down to 825, 826 level.
Yeah, I don't hate that idea.
It's starting to look less likely now. It's starting to show a little bit more strength, but in that moment, I changed price targets very quickly, by the way. But
Right.
In that moment, it looked very possible, but we're good again. So
Yeah, for sure.
on the next flush, I feel like 820 to 826 is my range for a potential Bungie pullback if it looks like it will flush again. Anyways, yeah. So that was we got a nice little bungee pull back there. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can find
That's solid.
something else.
A bit of a pullback there to 850s. We'll see if it holds there now. Yeah, a lot of people said they would.
You go.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just saying we have 40 seconds on the candle.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's testing that 850 level.
I tried to buy that. I wasn't fast enough. Oh, by the way, I've gotten messages on Discord. I don't know if anybody who messaged me is actually in the stream right now, but because I posted it on my community tab, so it's possible that they're here. I've been getting a lot of people messaging me saying that they don't get fills with my strategy, and that happens to me too. But it's not the fault of the platform. It's actually the fault of us as traders. Yeah. With my strategy, you have to be very, very quick, and if you're slow, you won't get filled. Yeah. So if you're having troubles right now with not getting a fill, this is how I would recommend practicing. So specifically the area that you're struggling with, if you're not getting fills, is execution. And if we want to train execution, the best way to do that is you can open up on demand and pull up the 1 minute chart of the stock that you're going to trade on another monitor so you can see what happens with the price.
Right.
And then what you're going to do is, because you already know what the stock will do, what you're going to do is buy every single large red candle. So every wide range red candle, you're going to buy the dip on, because you already know the price available. And what that will do is help you increase your execution speed, because you know exactly where the candle will go down flushing to. You know exactly what level you're looking to on the bid, which is what you should be doing when you're trading anyways, is have a range that you're looking for. And that just helps you it pretty much just increases your reaction time and get you fast start reading the level 2. That is the best way to train that.
Right. I agree.
And that's how you should approach every aspect of trading, especially if you're trying to do my scalping, because there's a couple different elements that you need to be good at in order to trade like I do. And in order for like if one of your areas aren't good enough, then it doesn't matter that you're really good at the other ones. You have to be good across the board for my strategy to work. Yeah. And what you can do is just think about where you're lacking and then devise some sort of training to target that one area you're weak at. Really, you should approach trading just like you would anything else that you're trying to improve at. If you're like, I always reference sports because it's something that a lot of people, or most people, can relate to.
Right.
You know, if you're bad at free throws, you're going to practice free throws. If you're bad at 3-pointers, you're going to practice 3-pointers. Bad at layups, you practice layups.
Right.
You know?
Bad at fills, you practice fills. You know.
Yeah, if you're bad at fills, you practice fills.
Right. Looking at FCEO.
Vinny said on demand won't fill you unless market passes below the bid.
Right,
Is that
exactly.
not the same that live trading?
No, on demand runs into big issues with limit orders. That's why, like, if you see my tutorial videos and I'm using on demand as examples, I'm always using a market order, and I've had to start prefacing it with
I wouldn't do
orders
market
only for
because
examples.
market fills you instantly.
Right. Well,
And that's not realistic.
Right, but it just for the examples, just when I'm showing them, because limit orders on demand don't fill very well. Now, using real money, you should certainly use limits. Most of the time, I'm getting filled on the bid if I'm shorting, and on the ask if I'm selling. So I'm getting insta-filled most of the time anyway, with just the way I approach it. But certainly, if you're using real money, you shouldn't. I wouldn't use markets.
Either way, I've personally done that like training that I just recommended. I do it sometimes, and I can tell you that it does help out.
Certainly.
So, because I work on it. I have worked on it too. Honestly, being honest, I don't really train much anymore. The only kind of reflection that I do on my trading, is making the videos that I do.
Right.
Which in itself is a good amount of reflection. But when you're trying to learn a new strategy, if you're trying to pick up my strategy and it's your first time doing it, you're going to be wanting to do a lot more practice than I'm currently doing. You'd want to be doing what I did whenever I was actually building my strategy.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if I look at too many other traders' videos, it honestly makes my trading worse. Nothing against most of the other videos. Like, of course, like I'll watch Eric's videos and like I'll watch a few other ones, but it'll take me away from my strategies. Just looking at other people's mindsets with certain things.
Someone in Mike's chat said AHT is trying. By the way, guys, Mike's Discord is really good. A lot of people ask.
Let me post that.
A lot of people ask, like, how do you find the stocks that you trade? I don't have a scanner. I just look at Mike's Discord. Other people are scanning for me.
Yeah, y'all can check it
my
out.
scanner is Discord.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I'll post it right here, guys, so you guys can check it out. Super active Discord. A lot of talented traders floating around in there every day. And you know, it's all for free. They don't charge for anything. Y'all go check out Mike's. I'll post this link right here. And completely free Discord to take advantage of too. I think that's the beautiful thing about it.
I'm in a lot of trading Discords, and you can take my word for it that it's the best one that I've been in.
For sure.
Everybody, like, I literally haven't had a single rude person in that Discord yet.
Yeah.
It's very, like, everyone's super kind. There's actually a lot of helpful people there. So if you ever have questions, there's a ton of people that are willing to help you out. And it's active, but it's not spammy.
Right.
Yeah, it's just all around a great Discord.
Yeah, super active. You know, once we in the stream, they're usually still talking about a lot of movement in stocks, and so it's a great place to kind of see what's moving as well. And also, y'all want to check out Trade Ideas, which are some pretty dope scans. I'll post this link here. You can get 15% off if you use my link. If you tried out the test drive, here's the link for that if y'all want to check that thing out.
Yeah, so AHT and CBAT are the two stocks that I'm currently watching.
Hey, later, Alex. Have a good day, buddy.
Today hasn't been a great trading day for me at all, though, unfortunately. I made a really bad mistake this morning, and it kind of ruined the day. It was on ATHE that I really made the mistake on. You want to take a guess at how much I started the day down?
How much?
And let's just take a guess.
$100.
I started the day down $230 on 3 trades.
Man.
Yeah, it was rough. It was very bad, but now we're back to minus 40, and I will end the day. Well, I'm not going to say it, but
yeah.
At this point, I've brought it back so much. That, and like, so this morning I had 3 bad trades, and I haven't lost a trade since. So it's been a really, really good comeback.
Right.
But I still have I still have one more trade. I have to make one more good trade to be green on the day, and then we're back to green. And honestly, at this point, maybe just ending the day break even is best rather than forcing it to go get like $100 or $200.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only thing really showing opportunity.
Right. Yeah, it's a little slow, but you know, I'm green.
So you see that on CBAT?
Yeah.
Not pushing back up again to the highs.
Yeah, this actually looks really good, and I think like attacking this range right here with that strategy I talked about this weekend, like attacking this range, you look for the VWAP moving average cross, and then you just attack this range,
Oh my
wait
God.
for another, whoa, there it goes.
Oh damn.
There it is. 880s. So, you know, I'm honestly really excited for this setup and strategy. It is shown to work really, really well.
Dude, yeah, whenever it crossed over, like, I think
You
you
saw
only
that big
captured like
burst.
10%, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, maybe 10-20% is what you managed to capture there.
Right. If I would have gotten
There-
the full, it would have been great, you know.
Yeah, that could have been, I think you said you had 50 shares, but it still could have been like maybe
30,
a
40.
$20-$30 trade.
Yeah, and for sure, honestly, and that's okay. Like, I'm trading it small, and I'm getting out quickly, so I can figure out the best way to approach these, right? Because I've never really traded them before. It's just a strategy that I back test over the weekend, and it just showed this exact thing happened in every single one. Like, you can see the volume, not every single one, but in a large majority of them. Once we got the crossover, and we specifically waited for 1 minute after the crossover to really confirm it, because a lot of the time you'll get faked out. It'll cross over and then it'll uncross. But if you wait for that 1 or 2 minutes to open up afterwards and then jump in and specifically just attack this range right here, you know, that is the right way to do it. And that's that showed to be, like I said, even if you watch the back testing video and you look at the time lapse, yeah, of me actually back testing it, you'll see this exact thing happen. You'll see, and boom, you see it rip up just like this, and then I'll document it as a success, and then I'll look at the next one and it rips up, because I had to use on demand to back test this latest one. It wasn't just looking back in hindsight. Like, I used on demand a lot to back test it, so I could really see how it moves when it crosses over, and it did this exact same thing. So it's kind of exciting, you know, really.
Man, I had an order at 68 there, which was 3 cents off the bottom. That would have been such a huge trade. Just again, no fill.
Yeah, another one that's kind of doing is AHT.
Yeah, I have HT open. I do have HT open.
Hey, it happens, Vinny. Sometimes being a chicken is the right move if you're, you know, if you're scaling up. What was the one? Oh, CBAT.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm watching AHT. I don't know if I'm going to trade it, but I do want to just kind of observe it to see if it does it again. The range would be, you know, I don't know if I like this whole range. It's a lot to ask from it. I think looking at like up to, let me see if pre-market has any levels. Yeah, so pre-market has some better levels. I think up to like 430 maybe for that crossover. We still got some area to go before we actually get the crossover, but...
Another quick $20 scalp. Looks like it could potentially. It's probably going to hit 9, maybe. Nope, it's not. Fuck. Damn. Sorry. I just.
You could.
I'm really wanting it to keep breaking up, and it's not doing it yet. Because I would love to see it, because it has so much range to like move.
Right.
It has a lot of range to move. So if we can just see it break above that 9, we could be in for a very rocky ride, and I want to see that.
Yeah.
Because it could very easily come up to like 9.5 and then potentially even higher.
Somebody's asking about AHT. What's a good entry?
I mean, it just rocketed. That was huge.
Yeah, so on my end, it still hasn't crossed over yet. And really, like I said, I'm just going to be kind of testing this one. We'll probably have to wait for another minute or two before we fully get the cross. And so that's what we're going to watch for. We're going to watch for like the next minute or two. If we get the cross, then we're going to look to see if it hits this 430 level. And if it does, we would consider that one a success. Kind of like a little live back testing here. But we're going to wait for it. But we almost have the crossover. There's the next candle. We might need one more candle after this, though, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. Because it's not quite crossed over yet, but I don't know. You might be able to consider it. We'll see if it hits 430.
Well, you said you wanted to close, right?
Yeah.
Like, close above? Yeah.
So I think we got to wait a little bit, to be honest. And if it's too high here, then it's, we're not going to take it. The good thing is that we get the crossover, but it's still sitting close to the VWAP, so it's not, like, really extended. One more 1 minute candle will open it up, and it'll be confirmed, and that's really where we jump in. Like I said, I'm not an investment professional, guys, not liable. This is not a stock pick. I'm honestly just analyzing this one right now to see how well it's going to work. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Scott. Y'all hit that subscribe button, guys. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We do this live every single day right here on YouTube. Y'all go check out Eric's channel as well. Link is in the description, I believe. Yep, y'all go check out Eric's stream, or not Eric's stream, Eric's videos. Link is in the description. All right, there's the confirmed crossover, right there.
Are you gonna take a trade or just watch?
No, I'm just analyzing this one. But we'll see if it hits 430. I mean, that's when we'll consider it a success. This one's got a long way to go.
I think even 424 could be considered a success.
Yeah, for sure. And like even another thing I talked about in the video is that like waiting to enter on these little dips might be good too. So I think waiting and finding a subjective entry, depending on, a little dip might be better for these type of trades. So like getting in on these little small dips. Again, I'm just testing this, guys, so don't, I'm not telling you guys to take the trade, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Enter at your own discretion.
Right, exactly. And there's a pop. Let's see if it gets.
Dude, CBAT is so like volatile. I love it, and I don't, but I love it.
Which one?
CBAT, CBAT.
Oh yeah.
It's so volatile, and it's like a love-hate relationship just watching it because it's like, it's so fun, but at the same time, it's so scary.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like that one today just because my back-tested setup actually worked on that, and so that was kind of my first
it broke 9 finally.
Nice. Yeah, that one's strong.
But yeah, CBAT's where I made up most of the losses. I said I was down 230 on it, and $150 of that I made back on CBAT. So made a lot of progress on that. Right now we're only red $22, which again, hopefully I can manage to make up. So I don't want to say I will, because every time I ever say I will, like that, I got it in the bag. I just, for whatever reason, I don't do well with making like bold claims like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
It always just comes back to bite me, like karma or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone was asking which moving average you're using in addition to your VWAP.
The 26 EMA. Sorry, I handle a little bit of business right now on my phone. So, but yeah, 26 EMA is what I'm using. It's purely speculative at this point. I haven't actually tested it with live money. So I'm just looking back and seeing if it works. And like I said, I think you could also kind of use the VWAP as kind of like a risk level as well. I think I would prefer, if I'm going to trade it, to use like a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you got in here at like 413, you could risk off of like $4 and then set a reward target of like 430, and I think that makes a lot of sense. But I think your risk level is going to change depending on the current state of the stock it is. So really, I'm just analyzing this one and watching it.
Man, I love the volume on CBAT. Still trading like 300, like 700,000 a candle. It's amazing. Like at this time of the day.
Yeah, and it's over 9 too. Interesting. Alright, so we're still watching this one. I mean, it's still in play.
Which one? AHT or CBAT? I think you're watching AHT still, right?
Yeah, AHT is what I'm really focusing on now. Maintains and holds right here for AHT. It's still good. Really, it's just kind of a testing day where I'm testing this, and you guys can kind of see the testing phase of this thing, see how that goes.
For those who are still trading, CBAT looking like it wants to break 920. If it breaks 920, we can expect 950. Broke 920.
Right.
Will we see a push up to 950 over the next couple of candles? I would say it's very likely, but we'll have to see. The stock's crazy volatile, so it's not like incredibly easy to predict. That's why I'm not trading the breakout.
Right.
But it's looking like it wants to push up to that 950.
Yeah, it's certainly looking strong.
Yeah. And like that pullback there might seem scary, like it might no longer want to go to 950, but it's been doing that on every breakout with these large pullbacks. So I don't really see that, because of how this stock has been trading. I don't see that like pullback right there as a reason that it won't still go to 950.
Right.
It's been doing it like all day. These insane these insane drops on a breakout. It's
right.
Crazy. I'm very hesitant to take positions on it, but when I see the perfect opportunity, I will strike, or I will try at least.
Right.
See if I get my fill. I've had a couple of trades where I've looked for fills and I couldn't get it. You have to be very careful if you're trading this stock, though.
Right.
I looked for a fill there, I didn't get it. 888 was my order. That was still 2 cents from the bottom. Damn. There you go, I got it.
Nice.
Only 20 bucks on it, but that puts me to green on the day. So
yeah.
we came back from a $230 loss. That is why, God, like I'm sure you recognized how quiet I was this morning.
For sure.
It was just pure, intense, concentrated focus.
I get it. Sometimes you got to get into that mode, man. Like I said, people get mad at me if I trade off stream or like if I do whatever. Sometimes you got to get into that mode though, where you're just on it. You know what I mean? You're
Like
just on it.
literally, the only thing that was going on in my brain was just like analyzing the velocity of the price action,
Right.
because that's kind of like the biggest thing I trade off of is like the speed of the movement of the level 2.
Right.
Which kind of goes into what you said, because your analysis of my trading was that I'm taking advantage of like irregularities and price,
Right.
which is definitely why you have to be very focused.
For sure.
Someone said this is why Kyle went dark. Oh yeah, absolutely. Kyle that mentioned his video when he deleted everything,
Kyle?
every video on his channel. Vu.
Oh yeah. What happened to him?
He deleted his channel because he was worried that if he kept showing his he never taught his strategy, but he showed his orders,
Yeah.
and he was worried that people would realize what he's doing and that he wouldn't be able to get fills anymore.
Yeah. That's plausible.
And then
you know?
in addition with the fact that the negativity affected his mental.
Oh, 100%.
So between those two, he kind of he deleted all of his videos and stopped uploading to YouTube. But meanwhile, I'm still teaching the strategy that like, so I guess I'm still kind of screwing him a little bit. But I'm sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, I get both of them, man. Like, I get it, dude. YouTube, the comment section, like, people are just so insecure, man. Like, that's the truth behind it. Like people just get insecure about whatever reasons.
He posts to Reddit too, because I'm, like I mentioned earlier, I post on Reddit sometimes. He also posted on Reddit, and that's where the biggest like amount of toxicity comes from.
Yeah.
Like
that.
I post on Reddit showing that I made $600, and actually I remember I got a comment from some guy who was just, again, it was about my age and it was super toxic, and then like Kyle, like, you know, he's doing like actually
Similar.
impressive numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and he's still not untouchable.
Right. Oh, for sure.
It's like-
yeah.
It's like,
Kyle
no matter
posted
what you
his
do.
Kyle posts his trade log like every day. Like he was in my Discord for a long time too, and he would post just a screenshot of like every one of his trades, where he entered, where he exited, what his P&L was on the day. Super transparent, like in a way to where you can't really criticize what Kyle was doing. And it kind of, like I said, people just get insecure, man. Like, people sit on the internet, they don't have anything else to do. You know, maybe they're disappointed in their life for whatever reason, and, like, we're just the scapegoats in those scenarios. And it happens so much, man. You could be giving everybody everything for free while not claiming to be an expert, while prefacing it with, it might not work for you, and people are still going to talk smack to you.
Yeah, there's a guy who comments on every one of my Reddit posts who stalks the day trading subreddit, while meanwhile he hates day trading. He'll post on, like, not just my day trading posts, but pretty much all the day trading posts, hating on day traders and saying how it's like a scam.
That just means he
and
lost
fake.
money.
And it's just, but like the amount of obsession he has with hating on people in that subreddit is ridiculous. I don't understand how you could want to waste so much of your time
It's
just
insecurity.
to post negativity on everyone's lives. It's, like,
just insecurity.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all it is. Like, people feel bad about themselves. I teach my daughter this. Like, people feel bad about themselves. What do? Right? Like, people, you feel bad about yourself. What do? Misery loves company. You know, people are going to criticize you. Like, you feel bad about yourself. What makes you feel better? Attacking other people and criticizing other people and putting other people down. You know, you don't realize, like, you should grow out of that, though. Like, you never realize, like, looking at the big picture, unless you're just not very intelligent, right? But, like, you never realize it until, or you realize it when you get older that, like, hey, look, like, that just makes your situation worse. That makes you waste time on, like, stalking YouTubers instead of doing successful stuff. You know?
The dude doesn't even stalk YouTubers alone. He stalks, like, literally everyone in the subreddit. It's horrible. I don't know why we don't ban him, but But for Kyle, though, like, his posts get a lot more attention. Like, my post might get like 50 upvotes or whatever, but all of Kyle's posts were getting like 400 upvotes. Yeah. So he was getting a lot more attention on his post, and consequently there was a lot more hate. Right. Because my posts are pretty overwhelmingly positive. I have, like, even on any platform I'm on, the amount of hate I get is relatively small compared to the, like, positive ones. Right. But for Kyle, it was a lot more negative. Like, I mean, it was still more positive, but the ratio was a lot slimmer.
Yeah.
So,
He's
for
actually
him,
doing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a wrong way to say it. I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
it's
that
right.
you're not
It's
doing
right.
it. I'm saying
he's making
big
a lot
money.
more. Yeah,
he's
he's
making
like
big
for
money.
Pete. For me, a lot of people can look at what I'm doing and be like, "Wow, that's really impressive," and I wish I could make like an extra 2 to 3 grand a month from trading. But at the end of the day, I make more from my day job than he's doing at trading.
Right.
So, and that's what when people look at me, they can at least like I don't think there's any jealousy towards me. There might be like a little bit because I'm doing something successful that some people want to do. But at the end of the day, people still make more than me doing their day jobs. Whereas with Kyle, there has to be a lot more jealousy and therefore a lot more animosity, because not
100%.
only is he successful at day trading, but he's also making like multiple years worth of someone's income in
Right.
just a couple months of trading.
For
And
sure.
I can understand why that well, not
Yeah.
that I would feel animosity, but I can understand why some people could be very like unhappy when they see that, because I mean jealousy is a very human emotion.
Yeah, and I do think it's like we talked about the other day. I think that when you teach people for free like that, and when I think so many people have spent so much money on day trading content that whenever they see content creators or just YouTubers or whomever in general just giving stuff out there for free, that makes them super insecure about it, because they've already spent so much money on this content. They've paid thousands of dollars for this content, and they have buyer's bias. They're just desperately trying to justify that expense in their head, right? And so what happens is, like, when somebody like me or Eric or Kyle or whomever that's giving away free day trading content comes out there and does it for free, they say, no, this can't possibly be, they must be terrible traders because I had to pay money for all my content, and it makes them feel bad. And like, that's the real reason a lot of day trading content is so toxic. That's the truth. That's the real like reality behind why it's so toxic, in my opinion at least. And I think it makes a lot of sense if you really think about it with that angle in mind. I think it makes a ton of sense.
Also, someone said, Eric, have you ever tried to use the ladder the way have you ever tried to use the ladder the way you use the level 2 with your strategy? So I hope I would never ever, like, with my strategy, it's impossible to like use the ladder to execute your orders. It's going to be way too slow. But if you're asking if I would like look at the ladder to determine the like velocity, I still don't like it as much. And the reason why is when you're looking at the ladder, one, if there's a large price movement, it can fall off of the ladder. Like, not fall off the ladder, but like out of the screen. And maybe that's just because my ladder's super small. Like, some people will give more space for it so that there's like more room. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm portraying that correctly, but for me, there's
There you
like 11 rings or rungs. And then for some people, because they give it more room, it might have like 30, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
because mine's really small. And then the other reason is with the active trader, it's constantly moving, right? Whereas with the level 2, it stays in the same place. I only have to look at one spot, right? Because the number comes to the spot I'm staring. Whereas with the active trader, it keeps moving. So in general, I just think that in all instances, that the active trader will just be slower, and therefore I use the level 2 because speed is
King.
crucial.
Yeah.
It's crucial. Yeah, you have to have speed, and I'm
sure.
not the bad kind of speed, but like
Yeah.
you don't need that speed.
Yeah.
Not what's it called, the penny stocks movie.
Samuel says trade. I mean, no. You know, I mean, hey, listen, it's not that I don't want to trade. It's just late, man. What is it? It's like 11:30 market time. I don't see anything
By the way,
popping
do you
off.
see CBAT? CBAT's
I
popping
didn't.
off.
Oh my gosh, man. Man, look at me. You know, but no,
I
it's
was talking, so I didn't trade it, but
yeah.
I saw it happening, and I was just like, "Gosh, dude."
It's just not my system. Like, it looks good, really, really strong, but it's just not my strategy.
Yeah, we're
And so-
approaching the pre-market highs, so
Yeah, it's worth watching for sure. Let's see.
I feel like I should probably I'm up a good amount on this stock, but I feel like it probably might be worthwhile to scale down with how much this is moving. I'm gonna
Yeah.
scale down. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna. It would be really fun to trade this
Slow.
with 1,000 shares,
Yeah.
but at this point, the stock is no longer sitting at that $7 range. It's up at 10, and that would be $10,000 position.
Right.
So let's just do 500 shares, so we're back to that 5K.
For sure.
But yeah, this stock is. So this next candle is likely going to flush because, like I said, when it closes 75% or higher on these big red candles, the next one will be red generally.
Right.
So we're looking for a flush here. Well, let's look for maybe, I wanted it to go lower. That's not a big enough flush for me, but it's still just incredibly strong, and that's why it's trading like over 1 million shares a candle on this breakout.
Force one for the sake of the video. Hey, listen, I've done it before. You ain't gonna catch me doing it again, man. I mean, Mitch and I actually talked about it. Like, we had that interview that we did with Benzinga, and then him and I just sat there and BS with each other. Because, like I said, Mitch is like my brother, man. I talk to that dude every day for years. I know Mitch really well, and he knows me really well, right? And one of the things that we both struggled with is just streaming, man. Streaming, dude, people don't understand, bro. Especially when you show, like, you're trading every day. Like, it gets really hard not to force trades for the stream, right? Like, a dull day, for instance, really boring, slow, not much moving. If I wasn't streaming, I'd walk away. You know, I'd walk away, go do something, play Xbox, you know, do something, right? But because I'm streaming, what do you need? You need action for the streams, and sometimes that's not the right thing. And so, you know, I know my stream might be a little bit more boring than some of these traders that just force everything. But, like, hey, listen, in the end, I'm just trading my setups and my strategies, and if they're not there, they're not there. And I'm green a large majority of the time by doing so, and so I'm just going to stick doing what I'm doing here. And I think that everybody's got to understand that. Like, people got to understand that, you know. And I think that it's just it all depends on just who you are as a trader. Whoa, big pullback on CBAT. Check that out.
I bought that. I bought it.
At 950.
That for me, that was only a $50 scalp. It could have been higher, but I did manage. So I got in at 970, which was literally like, I think that was like actually the exact bottom on that pullback. I'm in again.
Okay.
I'm out for only $15. I had to flatten there because my join the ask didn't fill. So we just scalped. So I'm up $62 on the day now. I just want to remind you guys, I was down $230. So being up 62 on the day, even though it's not a good day compared to my normal green days, it's actually pretty small for what I'm trying to go for, because I'm going for 200. So doing $60 is kind of like considered meh. But because I came back from a minus 230, I'm not mad at all. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I get it. It feels so good, bro, to come back after a huge loss. Like, it feels so good, bro. Yep.
And then Rick asked, Eric, is the tape worth reading in your opinion? I have never traded with the tape, ever. Like the time and sales, as I'm assuming is what you're referring to. And I have never used time and sales in my trading. Therefore, I don't have a strong opinion, but I do have a little bit like of a light opinion, I suppose. And it was that the tape is an inferior version of the level 2 for my strategy.
Honestly, here's the thing, right? And I actually have, so here's my futures trading today. Honestly, I've been doing a little bit of futures trading off stream. I'm up $200 today, $205 today. But we're like I said, I think the way I'm approaching it is just too much pressure trading that on stream right now. But to touch on what Eric just said, like, listen, I used to be a level 2 trader, right? Somewhere along the lines in the last like few months, I've started to noticeably watch the level 2, and I've started to see trends and patterns in stock movement. You'll have walls build up, and I used to be super against the level 2. But you'll notice patterns and trends. Like, the best way I can describe it is like looking at 950. If you start, especially at like half and whole dollars, if you see a stock at like 948, like 949, and then there's a big gap in price between the next lowest price, that's a weak sign. But if you see like 949, and then you see like 948, 948, 948, 948, 948, 947, 947, and you see a big wall of traders there supporting that stock, on the asking price is usually what I'm looking at, you're going to see it spike up a lot of the time, and then vice versa. And so that's really what I'm watching. It's hard to explain, to be honest, because like Ari said earlier, you kind of get into a flow state a little bit with the level 2, because you'll see the different movement, but it's really hard to explain. See, look, there's 951, 951, 951, quick pullback, got some gaps there.
Look for 910.
Yeah. And so you'll see it add up and slow down and add up and slow down, and you'll get into a flow state with the level 2. And so I will say I have been using
910
the
here, guys.
level 2.
910.
Yeah.
Or let me recheck my price point. Maybe I'm looking for a trade here. 920. Can we see a 920? See 926, 925, 922, 923. I tried grabbing 923, didn't get my fill, but look at that, bounced up 20 cents. That was a $100 trade that I tried to get filled on, but I missed. You see that on CBET?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I tried to fill at 923, which was the bottom. So you notice how my price target was 920. I said 920 was my price target, but I placed an order at 923. That's not my actual goal. The reason why I adjusted my entry by 3 cents to try to buy there is because of how I was reading the level 2. I recognized that it was I estimated that there was like an 80% chance it wouldn't touch 920, which is why I adjusted my entry up 3 cents. And I would have caught the exact bottom, and that would have been a $100 trade for me. I just missed the fill. And the reason why I missed the fill is because I was literally on the very bottom of that candle. And I might do this sometime for, maybe I'll just go on a stream sometime and we can go through my chart log, which is the software I use to import all my trades to. And you can see each trade I take individually. I'll let you, like, I'll let the people, whoever watch the stream, and this will be probably just on a weekend or something, just to go through my stats and just like do a deep dive, and maybe I'll answer questions.
Yeah.
You can click on any single green day and I can have anybody choose it, and you'll recognize that 60 to 70% of my trades I'm entering within 2 cents of the very bottom. And it's like, actually, I don't recognize it whenever I'm trading, but when I go back and look at it, it just like, so pretty much if I'm ever feeling down, I just go through my chart log, and then I recognize that I'm able to get the bottom within 2 cents so frequently that it just gives me my confidence back to go in and take positions. Because like, look at CBAT right now. We have these large red candles. Buying at like 923 could be scary for like some people. What's to say it won't flush down to 9, you know?
Yeah. Sushil says don't buy, it's going down. You got to understand Eric's strategy. He's holding for like a minute. He's holding for like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter what the
1
longer
second or
term,
less.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the longer term outcome or bias is here. He is literally scalping micro pullbacks, basically, is what it is.
I'm literally doing a second or less. 2 seconds is like, I think I might actually only take maybe 5 2-second trades a week, by the way. Like 2 seconds is too long. I don't hold that long.
Yeah. So even 2 seconds is too long. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, it works, certainly works, you know.
Yep.
Another thing.
Green today, so keeping it going.
And he has a lot of decent sample size. Another thing that you'll notice here is that one thing that I've gotten to the habit of using, and I think it's a really good habit for a lot of traders that you'll see me scalp off of, like half and whole dollars are usually very like popular levels to watch, but I also watch quarter dollars as well. And you know, I gotta give credit. I don't even know how he feels about the channel, if he even knows about the channel. I'm pretty sure he does. Even if he dislikes me, it's whatever. But I gotta give credit to Sean Dekmar, because I actually caught that in a video I must have watched years ago from Sean Dekmar, and he was talking about quarter dollars and their relevance. And I think if you watch quarter dollars, they're very relevant as well. They're strong levels a lot of the time, and it makes a lot of sense because they're all psychological. And so this support that's been here at CBAT is right around 925, a quarter dollar level. And I think watching those for ranges makes a lot of sense too. You know? But yeah, go ahead.
I answered the question in chat, but just in case Scott's not reading the chat, I trade with Thinkorswim. Both John and I trade penny stocks with Thinkorswim.
Yeah. All right, team. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down, I think, today. If you guys want to check out the video I uploaded this weekend, I'll post this video one more time. Like I said, it really breaks down the strategy I'm testing. My man Gordon from Trader Mike's, they said they want to come on stream one of these days too. Like I said, great minds think alike, and Gordon and I think he said a few other people from Trader Mike's chat were also testing a very similar strat to the one that we took today on CBAT. And so, you know, really interesting setup. If you guys want to check out the back testing results for that video, check it out here. Also, we're still in the World Series of day trading. I think we got somebody at the number 2 spot or the number 3 spot right now. But yeah, we got somebody at the number 2 spot right now, so we're doing okay. Also, if you want to check out TEFs, and if you are overseas, they don't accept U.S. clients, unfortunately, but if you are overseas, You can check them out. Get a deal on their funded account programs. Here's the link for that if you want to check that out. If you're overseas and not in the U.S. If you're in the U.S. and you want to trade futures, you can check out Top Step. Get 20% off by going through my link there as well. Funded account program. You prove yourself as a profitable trader. They fund you, regulated in the U.S. And the base one is very cheap. There's the link for that. Like I said, that's what I'm using to grind up my futures accounts. It's a really fun market to trade. So y'all go check all those links out. Before we go,
before we end stream, can I answer Anthony's question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Anthony was asking why I don't short. Real quick, 8-8 level. Oh god. Okay, that was almost really bad. So I'm gonna explain quickly what happened on that trade. Then I'll answer Anthony's question. Then we can end stream. Sorry,
You're good,
really
you're
just got distracted. CBET just flushed down to 8-9, which is what I was looking to buy at. I clicked join the bid, but it bounced up before I actually reacted. So I had my bid up at $9 instead of $8.90, which is actually how I lost the $200 this morning. This morning I was trying to buy a Bungie pullback and I clicked late, so it filled me back after the bounce. And that is the biggest nightmare if you're trading my strategy, is joining the bid after the bounce already happens, because then most likely you're screwed. And that almost just happened to me again. It didn't happen though, so we're good. Anyways,
Yeah.
Why am I not shorting? There's a couple answers. One, Thinkorswim doesn't really give you the opportunity to short most small cap stocks.
Yep.
If you wanted to short these small cap stocks, you would have to go to a different broker such as Cobra, which is kind of famous for their ability to short. But then you have to pay borrow fees, which would eat into profits. And shorting, while it can make you a lot of money, I've spent my entire time trading looking at a long bias. And even though a lot of the same principles still apply, it's just it's a different perspective that I would have to adjust to. Whereas with my current strategy, I'm making money, so if it isn't broken, why fix it, I suppose?
Right.
And overall, holding for 1 second is very in alignment with my personality. I love this high action, 1 second, bam, $70 profit. To me, that is why trading is so fun. If I were to do, like the story trading like Mitch does, it could work, but it wouldn't really be as fun to me. For me, like the reason why trading is so enjoyable is that quick 1 second scalp. And that's why I've always held the perspective that trading is more of a art. And I don't mean that like in that, I just meant that there's like different styles. I guess, again, just to refer to sports, different players have different styles. Some people, like in basketball, like to be shooters. Other people like to be like the people driving through, So.
Right.
That's
you
why
got
I don't
Shaq,
short.
and then you got Shaq, and then you got Kobe. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah, and that's why I don't like to short. I like being that sniper with these quick 1 second scalps.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, I mean that's everybody has their own niche in the game. One thing I've always learned, like on YouTube, you'll get people that are like, "Nah, bro, you should trade it like this," and it's just kind of like, dude, like get out of here. Like you gotta. Mostly, it's the really young, like naive traders that think everybody has to trade like them. But as you mature as a trader, you start to realize, like, listen, man, if y'all can make it work, if y'all got a strategy that's producing you income consistently over a large sample size, I can't judge you for that. Yeah, I can't hate on that. And vice versa. And so in the end, I think a lot of new traders, they want people to know about their strategy, right? So they're just kind of saying, you got to trade like this, or no, you should do this. In the end, stick with what works for you. Everybody's a little bit different, and we all have our own niches in the game. Also, if you want to check out Top Step, like I said, I'm not going to try to sell it again or plug it too much here. But if we had a few people asking about like how it works, and so here's kind of an example. Here's Top Step's site. They have different packages. The base one's $30K. The base one's $150 a month, but you get 20% off through my link, so it's like $120. And you got to make $2,000, and while following the rest of these rules with 3 contracts max, $500 daily loss limit, weekly loss limit is none, trailing max drawdown is $1,500. And so really it's kind of a 0.75 to 1 ratio. It's $1,500 is the max drawdown, $2,000 is the profit target. And there's also like a restriction on how much you can trade. But this is basically the way it works. And then I have this middle one, but there's all these big different ones as well that you can try to get funded. And they funded like, I think, like, let me see, it says it somewhere here. They funded like, I think they funded like $2 million in withdrawals this year. So like, they're legit, you know. And I'll post the link one more time, just because we had people asking about it. But yeah, with that said, though, I'm gonna close it down, team. I am CP3, C3PO. No. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Good luck. Love you all. We'll see you guys later. Have a good
See
day,
you guys.
team. And yeah, we're out of here, guys. Good luck. Oh, also, y'all go check out Trade Ideas too. I think I posted the Trade Ideas link. Yeah. All right. Good luck, guys. We'll see you guys later.